Welcome, Rambler fans, for another episode of the Rambler Sports Network. Here I am, Roger Coates, alongside with Dominic Santina for another awesome night of Rambler football. We couldn't be much more in store for a great game as we are tonight. We are Boyne City Ramblers 7-0, hosting the ElkRapids Elks 4-3.
Boyne City trying to look for a conference championship, at least part of it here tonight with another win.
A win tonight, Dominic, would put them in first place. We are currently in first place, but would clearly lock up that first place win in the conference, and we haven't done that since 2001. I believe Pat Klooster was head coach then with that team of the troops. I believe then were Ryan Amesbury. A couple names that ring a bell are also A.J. Spay. That team took it to the conference championship, that trophy still in our high school. But the ElkRapids Elks, they're looking to win tonight because they need to in order to make a playoff appearance this year. They need to win tonight, and they also need to win next week. And so 2 wins in a row would give them a playoff berth. Ramblers sitting comfortably. We're going to take it to the field right now as the marching band introduces our football team, the Boyne City Ramblers, coming into the field right now. We're going to take it to the field. And there's Brandon Ivey with the entire Boyne City marching band. Tom Clemens calling the game in the stands. And here I am, Mr. Roger Coates, calling the game with Dominic Santina tonight. Wanted to introduce a little bit more about Dominic. I've had a lot of folks on the street ask me, who is Dominic Santina? Who's that guy that's calling games with you? Because he just sounds so pro. He sounds so professional. Sounds like he's been doing it for a long time. He's a junior, and he'd like to go into broadcasting, and what a great way to get a start here on the network right here in high school. So how does it feel, Dominic?
Feels great. Just doesn't feel like a job, no nerves, just natural.
Yeah, you've been natural. That's been a lot of the comments that I've been hearing, too, in the streets, and a lot of the Rambler fans tuning in. And a night like tonight, I just want to point out that we're going to take it to the field real quick again as we get underway with our national anthem. Coach McShane, Coach Crizel in the background there. He's been helping out. Coach Crizel, an amazing talent up there in northern Michigan. He has made his way back home to Boyne City and helping out on the team. Boyne City Ramblers hosting tonight the Elk Rapids Elks. Boyne City coming in 7-0. The Elks are at 4-3. Boyne City can lock up the conference championship tonight with a win from tonight's game, taking home a trophy for the Northern Michigan League Conference. So Elk Rapids, they're in a position also where they have to win tonight. They also have to win next week in order for them to make a playoff appearance. And hats off to Boyne City this year, making 12 playoff appearances in the last 14 years. So only 2 seasons here recently where they have not made the playoffs. And the talk, Dominic, has certainly been Boyne City Ramblers' defense. That's all you hear. 5 shutouts this year. Defense, defense, defense. What have you heard?
Well, and as we've talked about many times here on RSN, is that pursuit to the football. You always see 4 or 5 guys, whether it's Luke Sage to the line at Nick Hertz or Jacob Brewer, Malik Smith, Max Cooper, everyone just flowing to the football, wrapping up, and I saw Dalton Gardner have one heck of a tackle last week.
Last week they actually called a flag on that tackle, but that is and was a textbook tackle for sure. I want to talk about the average of these two offenses. A lot of talk about Elk Rapids and their potent offense. They put up 70 points last week against Grayling. They're averaging 37 points a game. However, Boyne City's defense has been the talk of the town, but let's not forget about their offense putting up 42 points a game. So on paper, Dominic, I think Boyne City is favored. They're actually favored to win the next 2 games. But, it all handles itself out right here on the field.
And there's our 2 kick returners. Dalton Gardner on the right, Maceo Roman on the left. Short kick. Maceo, trouble with the kick, but picks it up, comes near side, blockers. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 30-yard line, about the 27. It'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Ramblers.
Logan Santiri, number 7. We're going to call his name quite a bit, a senior this year. Last year as a junior was a stud on the team. Also another name from the Elk Rapids defense, Adam Troutman. He's their quarterback, number 3. Keep an eye on him. And they'll certainly will be called a tremendous amount tonight. Maceo Roman there, we're getting a shot of him. You know that he's been a huge player this year. He's been making an impact every game, and we certainly can expect the same tonight from him.
Here the Ramblers will take over. It looks like maybe a penalty there for the Ramblers, which we don't want to see, but Max Cooper under center. Malik Smith in the backfield. Cooper will take the snap, hand off to Malik up the middle, fumble, picked up. I don't know who has that. Elk Rapids football. It'll be 1st down and 10 at the 12-yard line.
That defense.
One thing I read in the paper is that Elk Rapids likes to go up-tempo, and their defense gets a lot of turnovers for that offense. And right there's one.
You can expect maybe perhaps a slick ball out there, as it has been misting here a little bit, trying to keep the field dry, the ball dry, and there's Adam Troutman standing in his shotgun formation. You can see the rain coming down right now.
He'll keep it himself up the middle, brought down by 2 or 3 Ramblers, maybe a yard or 2. It'll bring up 2nd down for the Ramblers.
Adam Troutman likes to run. He likes to spread his offense out. On offense, you'll see sometimes 5 receivers out there. And Adam will not be afraid to keep that himself. Tony, hey, we appreciate you texting in from Phoenix. Take a look at that. We're going to hope to beat Elk Rapids tonight. Thanks for watching and tuning in from Phoenix, Arizona, where it's probably a little bit warmer there than we're experiencing here.
Troutman will take the snap, hand off, and is brought down by number 12, Max Cooper. That was Logan Santiri on the carry. That'll bring up a loss. 3rd down and about 12.
You'll see that read option. Troutman calling the snap, looking ahead, and that play designed with Max coming in. Troutman should have kept that and took it the other way. That's what the read option is all about there. However, he decides to give the ball off to Santiri, and Santiri taking a loss of 3 yards on the play.
Looked like he had number 66, Lee Rainey, on his tail as well. So either way, it didn't look like much.
Troutman with a great field position advantage here, looking drop back to pass.
Complete. Touchdown, ElkRapids.
That pass complete to Cole Douglas, and we are only about a minute and a half in this game, folks, and that happening so fast. Boyne City losing the fumble, and when you make fumbles, the other team capitalizes on that, and we're down already 6-0.
Mac Alexander on the coverage, and we've seen many times this year how well he has disrupted passes, and we saw against St. Francis had a big key stop on a receiver inside the 10-yard line.
So Boyne City Ramblers and us both, Dominic, in an unfamiliar situation, down 6-0 in the first minute and a half. Since we've been calling games this year, we have not experienced a start like this. 6-0, ElkRapids coming out, their defense making a play, and their offense capitalizes on a Troutman to Douglas pass reception for a touchdown.
The extra point was good for ElkRapids. It'll make it 7-0, and for the first time, I believe, this year, this is the first time we have been down at the start of the game.
So unfamiliar territory, and this is where we are really and truly going to see the character of our Boyne City Ramblers, and Dave Hills actually prefers this, to see going into the playoffs, making sure that our boys get experience and exposure to this type of pressure. How do we play from behind? Well, we're going to experience that here in a few minutes.
ElkRapids will kick off once again.
Kicking off, Maceo, Vroman, Dalton, Gardner.
Gardner and Vroman out deep. This one will go to Gardner. He'll receive it far side, come middle. He's got Maceo in front. Little speed, gets a block, now two. Now got room to run, and Troutman runs him down from behind, and will bring him down at about the 33-yard line. 1st and 10 Ramblers.
And you can see Dalton on the way down grabbing that football a little harder, a little tighter, as he knew he was going to take a hit. And just that sign there and what we're seeing on the screen, a little bit of rain coming down. Hopefully we see a little more ball control on this possession, and we can come back down and answer. ElkRapids putting up an early 7 points, a minute and a half in the game.
Max Cooper under center once again. Malik Smith behind him. Maceo towards us. Mac Alexander goes in motion. He'll get the handoff. No, pass from Cooper. He's
Big
got
play.
Tanner Cruzel. 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown. And we have seen Max Cooper develop. He hit Maceo wide open last week. And, man, has he grown as a quarterback.
And there's that cannon, wide open, Tanner Cruzel. There's the answer we were talking about. First play coming back from that offensive start there. Max Cooper, beautiful drop back. Had a little pressure coming. It didn't waver him. He took the shot anyway. And wide open, Tanner Cruzel. Hope to see that again tonight. Coach Hills may come back to a play just like that later.
We have talked about Max Cooper, and every week he seems to get better. Last week, passing the football, like I said, to Vroman, and more confidence running. He's got 4 or 5 rushing touchdowns now. And Dalton Gardner will attempt the extra point, and it's good. It'll tie the game at 7-7 with about 10 minutes left to go in the first quarter.
Ooh, hang on to your seats, folks. This is the game that we were reading about. 2 high potent offenses, and they both strike early. We're not even 2 minutes into this game, and this is a 7-7 ball game, and that's how you answer pressure right there. These boys putting smiles on their face. They're right back in it, and we'll see what our defense can do on these next few series.
Mr. Bricker talking to Tanner Cruzel and Mac Alexander. Coach McShane talking to the group.
I want to state that right now, currently, Boyne City is in 7th place in the state in Division 6. That has been a ranking that's been moving up the chains a little bit, starting out a few weeks ago at number 10, and then 8, and then moving up to number 7 currently. Only undefeated teams ahead of them, all downstate teams: Ithaca, Jackson, Newman Christie, Flint Beecher. I mean, these are teams that we just might face if we go deep into the playoffs in our division.
Ithaca's a big one, looking for their 5th straight state championship. Tough opponent there.
Number 1 right now in Division 6.
Number 43, Tanner Cruzel, who just got the receiving touchdown, will kick off for the Ramblers. Kicks it deep.
Beautiful kick. handled well.
Received at the 3-yard line, now goes far side is Troutman. And a group of Ramblers, looks like number 11, Logan Shulock, and 67, Zach Bears on the tackle. It'll bring up first down and 10 for the Elks.
Logan Cinteri on the kick reception. He brings it back a few yards. And we talked about Troutman, Dominic. Last week, he threw for 4 touchdowns in that game versus Grayling and also ran for 2 touchdowns. So alone, he had 6 touchdowns all by himself and putting up, how much was it, 70 points against Grayling, I believe?
Yeah, I believe so. And there it is on the bottom of the screen. Cooper 1 for 1, 68 yards and touchdown. So a good start for Max Cooper as our quarterback. And it'll be a false start here against Elk Rapids. Will bring up first down and 15.
Illegal procedure, Elk Rapids. Still first down.
Our last 2 meetings against Elk Rapids both happened last year. We traveled to Elk Rapids and beat Elk Rapids 28-12, and then we had to face them again in a pre-district Division VI playoff at home and beating them 27-6 in that game. So the last 2 meetings, Boyne City has handled Elk Rapids, and then tonight
Troutman is going to he's going to throw it away. He almost got sacked by, looked like maybe 66, Lee Rainey. He throws it away. It'll bring up second down and 15 for Elk Rapids.
And you'll see he gets just outside of the tackle box. He shifts to his right. He just gets out there and is able to do just that and toss it away. I think he's just throwing that out of bounds, avoiding the sack.
That was number 51, Connor Beebe, on the pressure, bringing him down. Troutman looking from the sidelines. He's got 3 guys at wide receiver to our side of the field.
Here's that spread offense, Dominic. We were talking about 3 wide, 2 wide. Look at our defense spread in a different formation. Crizel shifts right.
Pass complete to number 18. He's got room to go.
23 trying to chase him down.
Jeff Miller can't get him. Dalton Gardner does. That is Alec Troutman. He is brought down
just before the end zone.
Just before the end zone.
We take a replay on that. If we can get a replay look, you'll see even Tanner Crizel fooled. Tanner Crizel makes a move to the outside as he does. Number 18 comes right underneath. Watch Tanner, number 43 here. He's got his eye locked in and then just loses number 18.
It actually looks like that was Jeff Miller's man, and he beat him off the line, and Jeff could not run him down. Dalton had to, and just got him before the end zone.
So it looks like this play is going to start from the 1-yard line. Elk Rapids with a huge offensive play there.
Troutman under center, and he looks like he's going to be in. Touchdown. It's 13-7 Elk Rapids, and the 2 potent offenses. Here they go.
Boyne City has not been scored upon in the first half this entire season, and 2 touchdowns already just in the first, I want to call it the first 4 minutes of this game.
Defense definitely going to have to step it up. This is not them.
Unfamiliar territory for them also, looking at an offense so spread. Coach Hill said in the paper that, each week is a different challenge. Each week, every team possesses or poses a different challenge. And this one is just another challenge. But, however, we have not seen a spread offense so effective. I think we're going to see more of this. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching Boyne City Ramblers host the Elk Rapids Elks. We'll be right back on the Ramblers Sports Network.
Why do I like to live Boyne?
Why do I like to live Boyne?
Why am I proud to live Boyne?
Why I like to live Boyne? I like to live Boyne because not a weekend passes in the summer without something new and exciting happening in our downtown. From Hooch Fest to Mountain Mayhem, Boyne Thunder to Boyne City Triathlon, to the simply amazing Boyne City 4th of July. I never want to be anywhere else. My name is Rainey McCune. I run cross country, play basketball, and softball here at Boyne City High School.
Why do I like to live Boyne?
Why do I like to live Boyne?
Why am I proud to live Boyne?
I like to live Boyne because of Friday night stroll the streets. Listening to live music with family and friends is the best way to end the day. My name is Lauren Richards. I participate in softball, ski team, band, and the National Honor Society.
Number 18, Alec. Hooking up for about a 60 or 70-yard touchdown run, catch and run. Actually went down to the 1-yard line, and then Adam Troutman punches it in on a quarterback keep.
Our quarterback, Max Cooper, under center now, sends Maceo Broman in motion. He's got the pitch far side. He's got blockers. He's got room. He's got speed, and is tripped up at about the 35-yard line, but it's good enough for a Ramblers. First down.
Keep an eye when those plays go outside. Take a look right here. Look at the massive block wall here, number 73, 66. They all turn and make a nice block here. You got 43, Tanner Cazell running downfield, making blocks.
73, Colin Sutter, 66, Lee Rainey, all giving good blocks for Maceo to get that good gain.
And that's what springs Maceo, what makes him look so good. Mrs. Kessler, Kathy Kessler, tuning in from Cozumel, Mexico. Nice to hear from you, Mrs. Kessler. You know I love you. Thanks for watching and supporting RSN.
Mac Alexander gets the handoff and rumbles for a gain of about 1. It'll bring up second down and about 9 for the Ramblers.
I would imitate your laugh on air, Kathy, but I might get some looks here in the studio. Boyne City Ramblers taking over. We're looking at 8 minutes, 35 seconds. We're into the first quarter yet, and it's already 21 points put up on the board. Rain's coming down pretty heavily as we expect a little bit more rain throughout the night. Wind's going to be picking up also, so that just might damper some of these passing plays.
Cooper's going to keep it himself like we've said.
Puts on a hit.
Big hit. He receives it, but it's okay.
Did you hear that? That's a quarterback. And, you know, most of these guys are coming in thinking they're going to pop this quarterback and take him out. He's not your average quarterback when you hit him. He's going to lower that shoulder and make a pop on you before you hit him, and you just saw that.
Max Cooper's a very strong boy. He runs for a gain of about 6. 3rd and 3 for the Ramblers. Cooper will hand off to Malik Smith. He's going to go around the edge. He's going to get the first down and a little bit more. It'll bring up, like I said, a first down for the Ramblers.
In the studio tonight, we have a couple of switches. Riley Meyer switching up with Caden Coates. Riley's technical director tonight. Caden's on the sound. And so one of the goals this week is to give everyone a new perspective on how RSN works. So all the high schoolers getting a different angle from different points of view, different jobs. And one of the goals was to bring you a few more sounds of the game, even as we're commentating. And so that's why the volume's picked up a little bit. You can hear us, you can hear the game, and we're bringing you just what you'd feel if you were sitting in the stands here.
Cooper sends Alexander in motion. Here he comes near side. Maceo with the block. He hits a group of...
Look at that!
Ooh, little high tackle there by number 57.
Jacob Mercer putting on a nice wrap-up, but look at this effort by Mac Alexander.
Good
Makes
job.
a cut.
Good job by Maceo Broman there, giving as much as he can, and then once he turned his back, knowing not to touch him. Looked like maybe Carter Wilmot helping Mac Alexander get out of that tackle.
Good call, Dominic. I was going to say good kudos to Carter Wilmot, springing Mac loose a little bit. That's the reason why he wiggled out of that would-be game tackle.
Luke Sage will take over at halfback for Malik Smith. Vroman goes in motion. He'll get the handoff. Makes one guy miss and is brought down. It'll bring up 3rd and short, about 3 yards.
That's Logan Santeri again. You're going to hear him all night long as he is a huge playmaker for the Elks.
Malik Smith back in now. Luke Sage got one play there. Cooper takes a snap, pitch to Vroman again. Help from Mac Alexander out on the edge. Cole Butler, and I believe that's going to bring him up about 4th and 1, depending on the spot.
Dylan Thompson bringing some pressure, able to wrap up Maceo and take him down to the ground just short of the first down. We're looking at a 4th and 1. And we'll get a view here about where we are midfield.
And it looks like as Cooper runs out to the huddle, they're going to go for it here, down 7. A little too far to kick it. Like you said, it's getting a little windy. I think this is a smart decision here.
Okay, so we're on about the 39-yard line, folks. So definitely a good call here to go for it. Looking for a hard count.
This time they'll hand off. No, it'll be Cooper himself.
Look at that block.
He's got room. Ooh, takes another big hit to the knee, but gets the first down for the Ramblers. And what a nice block by Mac Alexander.
Let's say there's one guy I know on offense that blocks that hard, and that's number 5. Take a look right here. Boom, knocks Sentieri down on his butt. Max has a little room to run, picks up that first down, and we're alive, folks. Looking for an end zone here.
What a nice tackle by number 82, Rob Wolfington. Nice low tackle, wrapping Max up at the knees and bringing him down.
Malik Smith, the lone setback, gets the ball up the middle. He has room to run.
And he's tripped up at the 21-yard line. Looked like maybe if he could have broke that one, he had all the room in the world to tie this game.
He saw daylight, didn't he?
Here it is, nice block. Tanner Cruzell trying to find someone and just barely got him, almost broke it free.
You're watching no panic from the Ramblers. They're sticking to their game plan, and part of that game plan is the trickery of where that ball is. I watched the defense, all eyes on Maceo as he was jetting around that side. You saw the defense shift his way, and Malik took it right up the middle.
This is to Maceo. Nice block once again by Alexander. Maceo stiff arms outside. 1, 2, breaks a tackle and steps out of bounds at about the 15, but it'll be a first down for the Ramblers.
Boy, look at the rain coming down. That's 2 weeks in a row now that the rain, or 2 weeks from RSN's point of view, that we've seen rain come down like this. And it does give us a little trouble here. These kids are coming in and out of the rain, trying to get dry, trying to dry off some cameras, and their point of view is a wet one. Ellie Day. How you doing, Ellie? You're rocking it out again, RSN. It's like being there. Ellie, a good way to stay dry. And all the folks that are here, they also tune in to RSN. I see plenty of stands lighting up with cell phones. You can see probably tonight they're tucking them under their coats a little bit, but they've got earbuds in. They're checking the replays out on their phones, their tablets. So thanks for all of you tuning in. Thank you, the Day family. And thanks for tweeting, Ellie.
It'll be a 1st and goal for the Ramblers. Handoff to Malik Smith. He's got room. He's got blockers. He's in.
Touchdown, Ramblers. Malik Smith on about a 14-yard carry. There's the cannon.
Here it is. Handoff by Cooper. Help from Butler. And there Maceo Vroman and gets enough to get into the end zone. And he's looking fine. He loves being back at 100%. And we've seen him. Couple touchdowns last week as well.
Yeah, he's definitely back just in time for the playoffs. Looking ahead, putting our players, in the right positions, balls in their hands, and you've seen tonight we're spreading the ball around like we do so well. And
not enough on Dalton's kick, and
that could be a difference maker later.
He'd been consistent for the last couple games, but maybe wet ball, bad snap, bad hold, whatever it was.
So that leaves us 14-13, trailing by 1 point. Boyne City Ramblers hosting the Elk Rapids Elks. You're watching Rambler Sports Network. We're going to be right back.
Okay, next class for today. Remember, you've got some worksheets too. At least two worksheets.
Yeah, the finish line, Ames.
16.5. You got a couple quizzes. You have. Boy! Back!
Fans to the Rambler Sports Network, where the Boyne City Ramblers' Malik Smith just took about I called it 14, but it looked more like about 9-yard touchdown run into the end zone. Dalton Gardner setting up for the extra point. Did not convert, so our score here is 14-13. Ramblers trailing. They've been trailing this game most of the time. At one point was tied at 7-7.
Tanner Cruzel will kick off for the Ramblers.
And this has been a horse race right from the get-go. It has been nonstop action. It's like a heavyweight fight going back and forth. Each team getting a knockout, knockdown, and here we go again. Logan Sentieri.
He gets carried. Big hit, as you can hear. Max Cooper on the talk there. Thanks
I love that.
Ed.
Yeah, that's our ear down on the field there, and Caden Coates on the sound, cranking up a little bit of the field action so that you folks at home can listen in and what those players are saying and talking and cheering up their football players on the sidelines and getting their team pumped up. And hopefully one of those plays goes our way, Dominic, and we get a fumble and we can turn this game around in our favor here.
Troutman will keep it himself, and he's everyone's there. Tanner Cruzel, Luke Sage, Max Cooper, and number 54.
Will Callow making the play there. You're not going to run it down the middle against Will Callow. He's been a play stopper. You have Connor Beebe in the middle. You're not going to run down the middle too well on those two guys at nose and tackle.
Then you got Lee Rainey on the other side that'll also stop you.
Here we go. Trips on the left side here, near side us. Hopefully, oh boy, it's a little troubling as we see one back down. Troutman looking that way. He's got number...
Picked off, Mac Alexander. He's got blockers in front.
He's going to score. He's down to the 10. He's looking down to the 5.
Oh, he's brought down at the 7-yard line. Another interception for the Ramblers.
Boy, I was thinking in my head right here, I saw Mac take a step back and ended up being in a perfect position as that ball was tipped. Mac in a perfect location, and watch immediately how the Ramblers respond. You can see number 12, Max takes a turn, Malik takes a turn. They immediately start blocking in front, and boy, that one looked like it was going to go all the way, didn't it?
That was Boyne City's 5th or 6th interception. Cooper, Alexander, Maceo, Malik all have interceptions along with Dalton Gardner. And Cooper will keep it himself. Throw, he's got Cruzel!
Oh, wide open, makes a leaping catch in the hands and out of the hands at 82. That's Wolfington with a nice pop there at the end, making Tanner think twice about next time jumping that high.
He had Blake Smith and Tanner Cruzel there. And on the last two throws, it looks like the rain has really got this ball wet because they both have slipped out of the hands of the wide receiver.
And both teams showing persistence on the pass game, not backing down on the attempts. As all we've seen, the difference is a couple in and out of the hands, but
handoff to Maceo, and his own man takes him down. It'll bring up 3rd down and goal for the Ramblers.
Tanner Evans stepping into the studio. He's got the wireless camera down on the field, and he's back up in the studio trying to dry off a bit, trying to get his equipment dry, and it's a wet one, folks, for our RSN crew.
Ethan Hills there switching the balls out, trying to help Boyne City with this wet ball problem. He's our ball boy.
3rd and 6 on the 6-yard line. Got a pitch back to Maceo Vroman.
Fine room, far side. He's in. Touchdown, Ramblers. Just like the Traverse City St. Francis game, about the same play, same distance.
And that was a battle right there between Mac Alexander and Logan Sentieri. If we can catch the replay, you'll see Mac Sentieri battling it out. If Mac can get that block just a little longer, then Roman scores. And watch this. We watch number 5 versus number 7. Just going at it here. Going at it.
And finally got him enough. Maceo avoids one tackle there and gets into the end zone. And according to Mac, he wants to go for 2, and it looks like Hills will agree. Up 20-13, trying to make it 21, or 19-13, trying to make it 21-14. Cooper will hand off to him. No, he's going to keep it himself, and he's got it. It's 21-14 Ramblers. Max Cooper himself gets the 2-point conversion, and we've got the lead.
Look at that flexibility. He's just kind of working those legs out a little bit, getting a couple runs in tonight. He's looking good. Got a smile on his face, and hey, you know, that's what the gym does to you. You know, you see these blocks, you see these guys punching in a couple more power plays. Look at these blocks here. Mac Alexander just continuously impressing me up here in the studio. I mean, just the power that he has to handle anybody coming our way. He's just going to stick it out. And that's what the weight room's going to do all summer. Coach Hill's talked about the difference of this team this summer being lots of time in the weight room. These kids are in the weight room continuously getting stronger, and that's the reason right there. You're watching it on film. They get stronger for a reason, so that they can make those plays.
I saw in the paper that Coach Hills was talking about his offense for ElkRapids tries to get the opponent into their tempo, and it looks like Boyne City is just going to keep their own, and it's worked so far. As
So that 2-point conversion, huge, as we get that extra point back. And that sets the tone for a great first quarter. Folks, we're still in the first quarter. And that's amazing.
Still have 3.5 minutes left to go, and Tanner Cruzel will kick it deep. Trying to look like away from Logan Santeri, and it's out of the end zone. It'll be a touchback.
How many high school kids are doing that, Dominic? I'm telling you what, that kid impresses me. Cruzel making a kickback. That's going to take it out to the 20-yard line. That doesn't happen very much, but of course you can see the winds picking up a little bit in his favor, as we are expecting 10 to 15 mile per hour winds here tonight, along with the rain. That just might tap into a different couple plays in the playbook of each coach.
We saw that big play that we were hoping for in our way. Each team with a turnover, an interception for the Ramblers, and a fumble recovery for ElkRapids. It's a trick play here. Look out! Cooper! And it's going to be Connor Beebe, Lee Rainey, and Luke Sage on that trick play. That was Alec Troutman on the carry, looking for a pass. Brother to brother there. Adam throws it to Alec, and trying to look to pass, and Cooper running him down. Finally, Connor Beebe gets there, help from Lee Rainey and Luke Sage, and they bring him down.
Boy, we were just jumping out of our seat here watching that play develop, and boy, I thought there was going to be a huge play in the back there as Max Cooper was chasing him down. 2nd down and 6. Troutman
sends him in motion. He'll hand off to Santeri. He's got far side. Miller put down, and it looks like Mac Alexander there saving him. Sliding a little bit, bringing his feet down, but it'll be a first down for ElkRapids.
Check this out, another tweet. This is why we love RSN. Anthony tonight can watch the game from Denver, Colorado. Played from 1999 to 2002. He was a part of that conference championship year, 2001. Great season for that team under the coach Pat Klooster. Anthony, if you want to tweet in another highlight or a memory from that year compared to this year, we would certainly welcome that. Thank you for watching.
Not only a conference championship, but that team went to the state semifinals before finally being beat.
I think they ended up 12-1 that year.
Troutman gets the snap, looks to pass. He's got it. Luke Sage deflects it incomplete, and it's
Sage
2nd down.
With the save. Nice hustle there, Luke.
Defense standing tough. ElkRapids loves to run the option and the passes, and so far we've seen 1 or 2 that have worked, but standing up tall now with a 21-14 lead. Luke Sage was all over that pass.
That play certainly intended to go right the entire time, as Troutman never took a look on his left side. But here you see again, watch number 7 here, Logan Santeri. He'll probably end up getting this ball as we spread out.
Rolls a spin to his near side to his brother Troutman, Alec Troutman on the catch. Brought down by Malik Smith and Tanner Cruzel. I think that is a first down for ElkRapids.
You'll see Elk Rapids set something like that up again. Receivers are wide, spreading the defense out very wide, and then their fullback, tailback will just sneak out into the flats and then instantly picking up 10 yards as everyone's cleared out of the way. But that time, Santiri staying in the backfield to block, giving Troutman a couple extra seconds. He completes the pass to his younger brother, a sophomore.
Personal foul on Elk Rapids, so this is going to be big.
As the refs are discussing this among themselves.
Let's see the call.
You can see Miles Starr, number 2, got a green.
So
how cool is that?
That is really cool.
We got to hear the ref call the flag from the sideline. That's the first time I've seen that on RSN.
So it'll be second down and long.
That's, I believe, Mary Anderson on that, isn't it?
Alyssa Wansky is running.
Alyssa Wansky. Good job, Alyssa. Tune in on that next one. We like to hear those.
Troutman under center. He's going to drop back and pass. He loves doing circles back there. And Luke Sage is all over Santiri. Third down and long for the Elks.
That is consistent defense. That's disciplined defense. Everyone's staying on their guy, trusting their team. Look at Sage in the backfield before Santiri can spring anything, even before he even turns around, he's tackled.
You can see all that water on the field as it splashed up when Luke tackled him. It's been raining consistently for the last 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, that
field is soaked.
I walked out on that field for the 8th grade team, and my shoes were soaking wet, and it hasn't stopped raining since. So amazing to see that these two teams still passing. Here you see spread offense again. Last time ended up in a interception.
Troutman complete to number 19, Cole Douglas. That'll bring up maybe a first down. It looks like it.
Troutman certainly with the height stands tall in that pocket. Not too much mobility in that needed. He's just standing there or looks over the offensive line, defensive line, and just
fourth down. Strike. It'll bring up fourth down and long instead. And they'll punt it away to the maybe punt it away to the Ramblers. I don't know if Troutman's standing back there. No, yeah, it'll be a punt.
Look at Crizel.
Oh, almost got there. Good block. Mac Alexander taking him down. Dalton won't take it, though, and it'll fall out of bounds.
All right, it looks like we'll have position at about the 37-yard line. Not bad. Not bad, as this first quarter is just now winding down to 13 seconds. The score here is 21-14, folks. That's all in the first quarter. Let's try to recap who has scored for Boyne City. I know Smith took a 7-yard touchdown. Who was our first?
Tanner Cruzel from Max Cooper. About a 40, 50-yard touchdown pass.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that was a beauty. We'll have to get a replay on that. I don't know if Corey can hear us. He does not have a headset, so I'm just going to have to look at him and say, Corey, give me a replay.
Smith will take the carry, breaks 3-4 tackles, and is finally brought down after a gain of about 6. Second down and 4 for the Ramblers.
Stop by James Rockford and Dylan Thompson. That's the end of the first quarter.
All right, you can hear Tom Clemens in the back calling the first quarter coming to an end. You're watching the Boyne City Ramblers play host to the Elk Rapids Elks. You're watching Rambler Sports Network.
Waking up to ash and dust, I wipe my brow and I sweat my rust. I'm breathing in the chemicals. I'm waking up.
Hello? Hi, Mom. Hold up, you gotta finish something. Talk to him.
And we're back on the Rambler Sports Network, folks, where the Ramblers are still leading 21-14. They have certainly had to earn their lead tonight, as for the first time this season, their opponent scoring 14 points in the first quarter, in the first half for that matter, and another first for the Ramblers this season, playing from behind in about the third play of the game as the Elk Rapids Elks make a capitalization on a fumble recovered in the very first play of the game from the Ramblers.
I'd have to say Mr. Hills has got to be pretty confident in any situation as of right now going into the playoffs. He's even down many times in the game. They stuck with it and got the lead. Hand off to Malik. Breaks a tackle and is brought down into Elk Rapids territory about the 48-yard line. First down for the Ramblers.
That was Dylan Thompson for the Elks. You can see Dylan Thompson wrapping up Malik right here, taking him down on a solo tackle.
Tanner Frizzell, a nice block on Logan Santiri to get Malik through that gap just long enough to get the first down.
Coach Hills there, drenched in rain. It has been relentless. It's not stopping, and something else that hasn't been stopping is the passing game. That's why this ball has been moving up and down the field so well. It's like a high-potent college versus high-potent college team.
Malik Smith will get the carry again, runs right into a pack, and is brought down for maybe a loss of 2. Third down for the Ramblers, and a little slow to get up.
Yeah, he is. Good pop there. Let's take a look at that. Corey Redmond on the replay again tonight. Watch this here, this finish, number 70. Look at him land on Malik. Must have hurt number 70, one of the biggest guys out there on the team for the Elks. James Mogford, I believe.
Third down for the Ramblers, and the good thing about us is we can run it and we can pass it. We have playmakers on both sides of the football.
The Ramblers at midfield, creeping into Elk Rapids territory. You can see Tanner Frizzell just now getting buckled up.
He was actually helping Malik Smith. He's got the carry.
Malik takes another backward tackle as a couple guys fall on top.
It's got to be fourth and close. Maybe 1 or 2. Good run there.
You can see the hill in the background. Not as many people as normal on a football Friday night as rain is scattered throughout northern Michigan. It's been the talk today about football Friday night being a football rainy night. And Antonio Cutler, nice to hear from you, bud. Added to the depth of RSN Live with sounds of the game. Yes. We're going to do that, Tony, just for you. We're going to go to our parabolic ear as soon as this timeout is over. And when we come back from this short break, you're going to hear sounds from the field from that ear just for you, Tony. So stay tuned. You're watching the Rambler Sports Network.
High school football game night is a unique experience, uniting a community in so many ways and showcasing other school activities. This grand setting helps kids learn life skills and build lifetime relationships in the safest environment ever, where teacher coaches, equipment, rules, and safety protocols minimize risks. It's a true celebration of participation. Support your local.
What up, homies? That's Malik Smith. I'm points up. And this is Rambler Sports Network.
And here we are back on Rambler Sports Network, where we are going to take you to the sounds of the game. Another thing I want to point out from our RSN studios, if you wonder what these high school kids do during the week, well, they do a lot of preparation for this game. For example, these logos that you're about to see. Check this out. Sounds of the game tuning in right now.
Smith on the carry inside the 40-yard line. Stopped by Alex Calvin and Cole Douglas. First down, Ramblers. Thompson. In on the tackle, second down.
There you go, Coach Hill's calling water. We got a player down. Try to find out who that player is here in just a minute. All right, we're going to take a short break here. We'll be right back, and we're going to find out who that player is for you. You're watching the Rambler Sports Network, where the Boyne City Ramblers are playing host to the ElkRapids Elks.
As a child, you would wait and watch from far away.
Join the race to fight brain disease at the Boyne City Triathlon on Sunday morning before Labor Day. Athletes can compete in a sprint distance duathlon or sprint and Olympic distance triathlons. Come race at an amazing venue, receive great swag, large cash prizes, and help raise funds for neurological research at the Mayo Clinic. For more information and registration, visit BoyneCityTriathlon.com. Sponsored by Boyne USA, Dr. Tanny Schwartz Dental Clinics, and Live Boyne.
All right, we did find out that that player on the field is Cole Butler, number 82, and terrible loss there for the night. It looks like it's going to be something that lingers for this entire game anyway. And Dominic, you got a little bit more on that knee, as you and I were talking that he suffered that injury 2 years ago. Huh?
Yeah, during basketball season, ended up having to have surgery on his knee, and last year finally was able to come back and play strong for us, but hopefully it's nothing serious. But
I'll tell you a good story about Cole, as he comes in to the elementary school every day, and one of his things is to come in and play with elementary school kids during their elementary school lunch recess time, and that's just a fantastic thing. High school kids, role models like him, coming in and showing kids good teamwork skills.
Maceo Vroman will take the carry, break 2 or 3 tackles, and is brought down.
Because of the rain this week, Dominic, we've had a couple indoor recesses. If you can remember a time when you had recess at the elementary school. And Cole came into my classroom and played a couple indoor recess games with the kids. And, you know, you got a 6'3" senior standing there with a couple of 10-year-olds. What a big size difference. But just a true character to come in and even do that with those kids.
Great. Now it looks like Maceo Vroman might have an injury. He's kind of looking in pain in the back of the huddle there. Not what we need before this playoffs.
Keep an eye on number 10 as he starts to make a run here.
He's going to get it. He's got blockers. He's got room. It's knocked out just before the 30-yard line. Hopefully it was just a stinger. It's cold as well out there, so the cold doesn't help those big hits. And it's a first down for the Ramblers.
And that'll move the chains, which is good news for us. We are looking at 7 minutes, 53 seconds before the half. Hoping to catch a little bit of break from this wind and coldy rain. ElkRapids coaches are all standing in the rain, getting a ton of this. Look at the raincoats, which is drenched. I think we all need a break, except for us. We're pretty dry. But those guys certainly all need a break from the pounding rain out there.
Cooper under center, sends Tanner Cruzel in motion. Hands off to Malik Smith. He's got room and is brought down inside the 20-yard line at about the 18. Second down for the Ramblers. And nice job there by number 3, Adam Troutman, giving Malik Smith a pat on the helmet.
Hey, there's a nice look from our end zone camera. Not as high up tonight as we have been. We are typically looking at a view from a tall crane. But our high-tech vantage point tonight brought to you by
Mary Anderson.
Mary Anderson scaffolding, too.
Yeah, me and Corey had to go on the fly. Maceo back in the game. This is handed off to Malik, though, and he rumbles to about the 13.
Number 58 again, Dylan Thompson, really tough in that middle, inside interior defense. Excellent play on the inside. Malik still picking up about 3 yards there, it looks like.
Great to see Maceo back in. Maybe just a little stinger. Arm went numb, who knows, but he's back in the game. He's a big playmaker, so that's great to see.
Yeah, we hope to get a report to you at home about Cole Butler, and so maybe Corey can come down and talk to some people on the field or some of our other camera crew, and we'll get a little...
Oh, Malik met in the hole and brought down. Another big hit he took.
And the timing of that sound. You see he took the ball and went right inside, and the sound camera came on, and those big pops coming from our sideline. All right, so as the Ramblers start to make a run here for another touchdown, we're going to bring you some more sounds of the game inside the 20-yard line here from, I believe, Miss Wansky is running that. Is he talking to me? Roger.
Maceo Roman carries the football. Run out of bounds by Adam Troutman.
Oh, God, Abby always manages to be right. Every time.
On the carry. Pulled down by Ron Wolfington.
You can hear
third down.
Max Cooper coming to the line, calling close, making a last-minute adjustment on that play, apparently making a good one. As Malik springs close to a first down again. There's a look at Ethan Hills, Coach Hills' son. Number 1 ball boy on the team.
Third down and long for the Ramblers. They can get a first down without getting a touchdown. But it's about 3rd and 8.
All right, we're going to tune in again, listening to some more sideline sounds.
Max Cooper pass falls incomplete. 4th down.
Roman or for Alexander. D. Watts tweeting in, watching from New Boston, Michigan. I just love these tweets that come from all over. This is certainly why we do it. So those of you who are huge Rambler fans, we know you can't make it to the game from New Boston, which is way down near the border, but hey, you're still able to tune in, and thanks for the tweet, D.
Oh, Max.
Froman did not turn around until he got to the corner. Max was looking on the inside, and that was a costly throw.
Stands in the pocket, delivers, a little wobbly, and actually I think that was intended for number 43,
I believe you're right.
Cruzel, but just a little short.
I believe if Max had it to do again. He get a little more arc on that.
Not a very tight spiral at all. It was kind of wobbling all over the place.
Max going right back to a defensive linebacker here.
Spread offense again. Troutman at about the 3 in the shotgun formation.
Santeri
will get the handoff. He's got a little bit of room. Mac Alexander meets him, and then the pursuit to the football. Malik Smith, Dalton Gardner there brings him down, but not before a first down for ElkRapids.
Look who it is. We got a celebrity in the press box here, Mr. Popcorn himself. Not bringing popcorn tonight, though, maybe because of the season change. Donut! Get your donut. Let's hear it, Marty. What's your famous line?
Popcorn, who needs some popcorn?
There it is. You know that sound if you've been in the stands here before. Dominic and I are going to listen to some sounds of the game as we munch on this donut here. Huge play from Troutman to Troutman.
Mac Alexander on the tackle.
Big play there, big play. I don't know how Troutman got so freed out, but Adam finding his younger brother once again. They're hooking up quite well tonight on several pass completions. Look at this, another spread offense. You got 3 wide receivers left, 2 right.
I'm sure they've had a lot of practice finding each other, probably playing backyard football ever since they were little. Adam Troutman takes it himself across the 40-yard line.
And the discipline by Luke Sage, not falling for the perimeter of all those receivers, stays on his guy. And trying to run up the middle is Troutman, and look who's there.
I believe he's our leading tackler for the Ramblers. Seems like every play he's there.
Clock ticking down to 3 minutes and 40 seconds left before the half. Our scoreboard clock not moving, but we are down to close to 3 minutes.
Troutman in shotgun spread offense again, as ElkRapids likes to use, and he keeps it. Meets Jacob Brewer there on the tackle. I don't know who he had first. Max Cooper on the help. Connor Beebe.
Brought down by Luke Sage and Jacob Brewer. First down,
So you can see the, jumping on this donut here. You can see the clock on the background scoreboard. You can also see the Jumbotron up again. That everyone here being able to watch the game in the stands on the Jumbotron, but we're down to about 3 minutes here before the half.
Troutman drops back, finds, Maceo Vroman there looking for Santeri, and it's incomplete.
You know, Maceo's thinking a pick 6 would sure be nice going into the half here.
Man, I was at that Benzie Central game, and what an interception Maceo found in a key situation. Benzie was looking to put up their second touchdown on Boyne City, and they drop back. And next thing I know, I look over, Maceo's up into the air, brought one down, and still got his feet in bounds to complete the interception. And it was a big key moment in that game.
There's Coach Bricker, a nice sideline view of Coach Bricker. He played on that team in the 60s where their defense was just as stout as this year's defense.
Oh, what a hit to Troutman. Probably Max Cooper or Luke Sage, probably more likely. He's one for delivering big hits, and I just through that pile, I could just see Troutman get rocked. It'll bring up 3rd down for ElkRapids.
Nice test for the Ramblers tonight as they're playing with a close game. It's been back and forth. A couple lead changes tonight. They played from behind. They're now playing with only a 7-point lead. They've seen a different offense that they're used to, and a little rough start, but adjusting well here late into the second quarter.
Santeri will take the handoff, and look who it is. Number Luke Sage every time, all night long, every game. There he is, making a crucial stop. 4th down for ElkRapids.
Speaking of crucial, you said crucial. Next week is our crucial catch game. You can see the pink socks worn by the ElkRapids Elks. Well, Boyne City Ramblers will be decked out in pink entirely next week as we are sponsoring our crucial catch game. Folks, you don't want to miss it. There has been tons of money raised for the Cancer Awareness Program, which is now finding its way into high school programs, and we're calling it the Crucial Catch Game. It's our last game of the year versus Grayling, and many folks around our community will be honored. So we'll be talking more about that, but right now we're going to take a short break, and you are watching the Rambler Sports Network. Nothing beats good sportsmanship, because a great game in sports is when your team puts it all together. But it's not just how you execute the game as an athlete, it's how it's executed as a person. It's showing good reflexes and respect. It's showing confidence and character. It's showing skillfulness and sportsmanship. Now that's a great game, and nothing beats good sportsmanship. This is a message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association promoting the value and values of educational athletes such as the Boyne City Ramblers and those ElkRapids Elks.
And that's going to bring up halftime. It's 21-14 Ramblers at half.
All right, we're going to take a short halftime break, folks. You're watching Boyne City Ramblers host the ElkRapid Elks. We'll be right back on the Rambler Sports Network.
Waking up to ash and dust, I wipe my brow and I sweat my rust. I'm breathing in the chemicals. I'm waking up, I feel it in my bones, and I'm doing.
Hello? What up, color? Hold up, I gotta finish something.
Welcome to the new age, to the new age. Welcome to
Talk
the
to me.
new age, to the new age.
Why do I like to live Boyne?
Why do I like to live Boyne?
Why am I proud to live Boyne? I like to live Boyne because of Friday night stroll the streets. Listening to live music with family and friends is the best way to end the day. My name is Lauren Richards. I participate in softball, ski team, band, and the National Honor Society.
All high school sports, but especially contact sports like football, produce their share of injuries. But never have its players been better equipped, better coached, and better protected by rules which have lowered, that's right, lowered catastrophic injuries. Football is a special sport doing great things for kids, schools, and communities. It's safer than ever, and we're working to keep it that way.
Rambler fans for our halftime show. Here you're looking at Ben Forbes.
Is it in the shot?
Drum major for the Boyne City High School Marching Band. And we're going to listen to the field where they just this week went down to Traverse City's Thurlby Field for the Big Band Expo, where many schools gather around from northern Michigan and perform their piece. As you're about to see Boyne City Ramblers Marching Band performing their piece dedicated to Walt Disney, as you're going to listen in here and hear some Disney themed music.
Disney's hit movie Frozen asks the question, do you want to build a snowman? Featuring French horn soloist Eli Corte. From one of the most popular Disney rides of all time. It's a small world. And supercalifragilisticexpialidocious from the movie Mary Poppins, featuring our color guard section.
My hands are all the way outside too.
You see, and speaking of the Blue Man Group, this Boyne City Marching Band has the opportunity when they go to Florida this spring break to see the Blue Man Group in concert for themselves, thanks to our Boyne City boosters who made that possible. Thank you, boosters. shot there.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Boyne City High School Band and the marching band coming off a great performance at the Traverse City Band Expo as they continue their tradition of excellence on the field, on the stage, and in the classroom. The Rambler Marching Band is under the direction of Mr. Brandon Ivey.
Here in the background, Tom Clemens is escorting the band off onto that wet track as it's been consistently raining down here, and talking a little bit about Boyne's performance at the Traverse City Expo earlier this week, where they also had to play in downpour rain just like this, Dominic. They all got on the bus just soaking wet. Of course, the highlight of that band expo is, and always has been, Petoskey's marching band, and they just cover the field from end zone to end zone. Their theme being a Mary Poppins theme this year, and they brought umbrellas, not as protection against the rain, but they were actually props for their show, but ended up being protection from the rain that night.
That's pretty convenient.
So I want to talk to you a little bit about a couple of the RSN crew members making a couple switches tonight. All the camera views that you're seeing coming from 4 to 5 different cameras. We got Corey Redmond on replay. Our game camera is on Alan Bayless, and hero camera is Trevor Day. He's up there in the top of the booth from a good bird's eye view. And Tanner Evans getting us some great shots from the wireless camera. Mary Anderson probably not in the best position tonight as she's stuck up in that high perch, getting wet all night long. She doesn't have a beautiful umbrella like these two gentlemen do. There's a peek at Spider-Man himself, the masked man. Who is behind that mask? That's Corey Scope, and that's Tanner Evans running that camera there. We also want to talk a little bit about Caitlin Banner and the job she does. Caitlin, there's Tanner giving us a good wave. Caitlin's the one who brings us all the tweets. So when you tweet in, she's previewing them and she's putting them on the screen for you to read. So if you are tweeting, please keep them coming because she's kind of enjoying the game right now. But there's one from Amy Hertel that Caitlin just put up. Halftime show suggestion, Coates versus Santina in donut eating. Well, Santina won, Amy, because I took mine and I had one last bite and I don't know where I put it. So Dominic officially wins the donut eating contest. Thank you to Mr. Moody for bringing us that donut. And Mrs. Hertel, thank you for the tweet. I want to talk a little bit about next week's game. Not that this one is not letting us down. I mean, it's surely been a highlight of a game. We're going to catch more action as this game came out fast and furious. But next week on our broadcast, we are versing Grayling. We're going to be live here again. And if you could spread the word, please. Next week also, the password for RSN will be Boyne Tough. All one word, all lowercase. If you could spread the word on that, please. Just a change in the rules there. We need to change that password about once a month. So if you could stay tuned on what that password is, spread the word. It's going to be Boyne Tough again next week when we verse Grayling. Next week, Corey Redmond, as always, on the replay camera. He's going to be on replay again next week for about half the game. And then what happens next, Dominic?
Corey's actually going to take over my spot for about a quarter. We're going to do a switch, and I'll be trying some other stuff at replays, and you'll have Corey Redmond beside you.
All right. We'll see how Corey does as I put him to the test up here. He's over there shaking his head. He looks ready. Corey's going to talk to us a little bit about peeking into that next big season for the Ramblers, and that's our basketball season. And Corey will be able to share with you some insight from the court and how the season is going to shape up this year. Last year we had a tough run. East Jordan making a magnificent run into the regionals. They had an outstanding team, a couple graduating players, but we have players like Corey Redmond coming back, Maceo Roman coming back, Cole Butler hopefully with news on that knee, we'll see. But Luke Sage playing next year or this season, so no. Oops. Okay, Dominic giving me the no, he's not playing. All right, well, certainly Corey will give us the scoop on that and how hard it's been for him making replays instead of throwing that ball like he was last year. I'm sure that's tough. We'll get some insight on that. Again, I mentioned the pink game. That's also next week, so you'll see all these players wearing pink jerseys. On the back of those jerseys will be names of people that they are sponsoring, and they're sponsoring them because they are victims or have victims in their family of cancer, breast cancer more than likely, and we're going to try to bring awareness by hosting our Pink Out game. So, hey, take a look at this view. This is what RSN looks like from our point of view. There's Corey Redmond, Riley Meyer, there's Caden, and there's Dominic and I sitting. This is what we look like back here upstage in the press box, and that's Tanner Evans giving you this shot. Typically behind us, there's people coming in and out like we do see right now coming out of the door. That's the upstairs booth where coaches are sitting up there and getting stats, but you're taking a nice look here of our crew. Take a look at all the technical work, and yes, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, those are all high school kids. I feel kind of old up here. Take a look over there, Tyler. We just had a peek at Dominic and also Lucas Day. They're running stats. They're collecting stats. They're the ones that's providing you the scores on the scoreboard tonight. Just a wonderful job all around. And what they do during the week is prepare for this. They're in here. They're bringing equipment up. They're testing equipment out. They're running cables. They're trying new things, always building new pieces of the set so that we can bring you an almost ESPN-like feel. There's Dominic Archie right there. Look at the stat sheet. I mean, that is pretty technical right there. Let's see those stats there. And he has a laptop also to record all the stats and can key them in and feed them directly to our studio here. Tanner having a good time giving you a sneak peek of what we do here on RSN up in the press box. And Tony, if you're watching, it all looks pretty familiar, doesn't it, buddy? All right, Grayling set to receive the kickoff in the second half. It has been a back-and-forth game. Boyne City Ramblers, for the first time this year, having to play from behind in the first half. You know, they've played from behind before against that St. Francis game, but never in the first quarter. Here's a look at what Riley does tonight as the technical director. Caden Coates has done that job for a few weeks, and like we mentioned, a few switch-ups tonight. Caden is now on sound, and Caitlin Banner bringing more tweets, so hopefully bring in some tweets. We can put those on for you. Tom Hill's watching again. Awesome, Tom. Hang tough, Boyne. And he says, hold him and let's be strong in the second half. That's Dave Hill's brother. And I do get them mixed up. I don't know if Tom's from California or downstate. I know he has two brothers.
Tanner Cruzel will kick off for the Ramblers.
Nice kick again going into the end zone.
And Centieri will just watch it go, and it'll be another touchback. And ElkRapids will take over 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
I'm getting some texts from a friend of mine that is down in Arkansas right now. He's a Grayling native, and he's down there in Arkansas right now, but he's giving me a couple insights about their game last week against ElkRapids. He says they're a very talented team, as we're seeing ourselves. First team to be this close in the first half. We're only 7 points ahead, and I'm impressed. Boyne City did not falter. They did not waver. They're coming out playing tough Boyne defense, as always.
It'll be Trotman. He'll keep it far near side. Tanner Cruzel. Ooh, careful.
Let go, Tanner. Let go.
Yeah, no penalties. I saw quite a few last week in Benzie at late hits and unsportsmanlike conduct. No need here.
Let's talk a little bit about that Dalton Gardner hit. I mean, I saw it on film. It looked like the most beautiful tackle you could probably imagine. It's the way we coach it here from 3rd grade up. What was your perspective being there at the game?
I saw it was on the far side, but I saw the film, as you said, and Dalton completely wrapped up and pretty much picked him up and drove him right into the ground. And a lot of reaction from the guys. Tanner Cruzel was about as pumped up as that win against St. Francis. But, yeah, excellent tackle by Dalton Gardner. Best one I've seen by far this year.
Yeah, and got an unsportsmanlike on top of it. But I'm sure Coach Hill said something to the effect of, hey, you do that every chance you get, because that's exactly what we're teaching here, to be Boyne tough. Is plays like that. You're seeing Malik Smith wrapping up from underneath the legs and tripping them up. You see hits high. You see gang tackles. This is a defense that's only allowed, I believe, 34 points on the year, not counting the 14 here. But the stingiest defense that I can see in all the stats that's recorded in Northern Michigan. I don't see a bigger differential from points allowed and points favored.
Trotman will throw. Caught.
Oh, that would be worth a replay there. That was a beautiful effort from number 82, concentrating on that. Let's take a look again.
That's Rob Wolfington. 1, 2, 3, and caught. If only someone would have been closer to pick it off or knock it out. Feet, everything. Feet, arms, hands. Used everything to catch that one.
Good concentration. Mrs. Deming, your tweet did not go unnoticed. I saw that. Thank you very much for tweeting in. There it is again, watching the game up north with Miss Needhammer and Mrs. Brown. Awesome. Wonder what those ladies will come back telling stories of.
Terry gets the carry, and he breaks Max Cooper's tackle, and then it's Dalton Gardner, Mac Alexander, Malik Smith, it looked like, all in there, along with Tanner Cruzel on a group tackle, maybe Jacob Brewer as well.
Michelle Deming, no stranger to talent, as she was one of the UP's finest athletic talents they've ever seen, and I believe she still holds records up there in the UP for her basketball standout. And hey, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Her son and daughter are both outstanding athletes themselves, so that's a little shout out to Morgan and Michael.
Different carry this time, number 22, Colin Wilson on the carry. Looks like Mac Alexander a little shook up there, but brings him down.
Nice play there up the middle for ElkRapids, making a nice clean getaway there before Malik Smith finally catches him and brings him down. So we're hoping to see this defense toughen up. You know, we've seen this a couple times where the Ramblers come out a little, I don't know how to explain it, but a little caught off guard in the second half. They kind of come out, starts out a little flat, and then they kind of pick up tempo. So we've seen that a couple times this year, and we're watching it happen here.
Trotman will take it himself, tackled by number 43, Tanner Cruzel from behind. It'll be a gain of about 2, and it's second down.
ElkRapids, they are playing outstanding football tonight, and there's a particular reason that they need to. If they win tonight and win next week, they're actually playing as if this was a championship game, because they need to win out this season to get into the playoffs. And so every game from here out matters to them. They need to win.
Trotman's pass is incomplete, and at halftime I heard up in the top the ElkRapids coaches saying that we're still in this game. We have a fighting chance, and right now they are.
They do. They really do. They're only one score down, and Ramblers, you know, sometimes they do come out a little flat in the beginning of the third quarter, and we hope that the defense shows up like they were ending in the second quarter, and we don't allow the Elks. We want to play spoiler tonight, don't we? We want to spoil their season and continue to win. And here's a tweet from Colin Olben, watching from Northwood, wishing he was here. I wish you were here too, Colin. You're watching a great game. Thanks for tuning in. There's our standout quarterback last year and our standout basketball star that we're going to be getting in this seat, Dominic's seat, next weekend, next Friday night. Whoa, look at our the wind here.
Wind out there.
The wind here is so strong. The official RSN calendar made it out the door barely. So our wireless camera is being put to different use as it's too wet outside.
Terry gets the carry and brought down just past the 10-yard line by number 5, Mac Alexander. First and goal, ElkRapids.
Oh boy, here come the Elks. Boyne's defense needing to put on a stop here as we're watching the Elks just take it down the field right to them. Here we're on the 10-yard line. They are first, and it appears goal to go. Troutman getting the call from the sideline. Number 22, the lone back. Have not seen that. Colin Wilson.
Terry goes in motion. Wilson will get the carry and is met by number 43, Tanner Cruzel. Number 54, Will Callow. Bring up second and goal.
Hey, we're on TV. Look, Mom, we're on RSN. It is all green behind us, but when you guys see this on TV, it's actually quite illuminated with some graphics, and that's part of what RSN Studios does, just like this. So the green screen working behind us. Kevin Houts tweeting in, how are things right now? Well, up here, we're watching a number of people coming in and out, dripping wet. Our camera from the sideline is trying to stay dry, as that's what we're seeing from Tanner is a couple shots from inside the press box studio here. All right, here we go again. First and 10 from the 10-yard line. Troutman.
ElkRapids can actually get a first down, and it'll be inches to the goal, but they could get a first down before they get a touchdown. It's about 2nd and 11. Troutman drops back, throws us in Terry. He's got room.
Nice block from ElkRapids.
And he's in. Breaks the pylon, drug Mac Alexander into the end zone, and it's a touchdown.
Hey, that play does not happen. If we can get a replay, Corey Redmond on that. Watch this block by ElkRapids here on the outside perimeter. This is a well-designed play as you're watching number 44, Dalton Gardner, could make a play, but excellent blocking there from the perimeter.
It looked like Tanner Cruzel slipped and fell. Otherwise, he might have got there. Oh, look at this, a penalty.
On the play.
And finally, help for the Ramblers as they've been penalized most of this season. And it'll take away the touchdown for ElkRapids and make it 2nd down.
Well, I hope that's a wake-up call for the Ramblers. They need to really stiffen up here as they get a second fighting chance here. The Elks taking over on the 20-yard line. There you can see a peek at what happens just above us in the studio. You see a host of coaches taking stats. They all have headsets on. They're calling in plays from here to the top, down to Coach Hill's. What is the skyline view? Oh, look at this, look at this.
Oh, they got Max. Max tried to get the blitz and couldn't stay on sides unless he got one of them to flinch, because it looked like he was back on sides.
We're going to get this call here in just a second, but how about Tanner Evans being extremely creative? Take a look at that view.
And it will be on Max Cooper. It'll bring up 2nd and 15.
Pat Klooster, there's the coach from the 2001 team that I was referring to, the conference championship team. Who are you on? He's sitting at home with the potential of a new shoulder, feeling good, feeling good. So, Pat, if you could tweet us some other, I'd love to hear one great story from that 2001 season. And correct me if I'm wrong, I think Ryan Amesbury was your quarterback.
Centuri, oh, look at it! Oh, what a hit by Mac Alexander. Completely legal, and what a big hit.
Yeah, they're going to think twice about that play again across the middle. Whew.
What a great shot by Tanner Evans.
Look at this replay. Thank you, Redmond. We want to see this one more time.
Boom! What a hit. He touched it, and Mac knew exactly when to hit him and laid him out. I don't think he was going to catch it anyway, but still, Mac not giving away a chance.
Here we go, one more time. RSN highlight Friday night.
Boom!
Oh, Mac, you don't want to get hit like that.
Cole Douglas receiving the other end of that hit, and it did not look like fun at all. Troutman dropping back, looking,
look at the time,
running, throwing, incomplete, caught, no!
What a play!
Looked like Maceo had it, two of their receivers had it, maybe Mac had it.
I think Miles Starr here had it first, but first let's talk about the time. Look at the blocking from this line. Where's the defense there?
Lee Rainey fell down there in this Had it
in the hands of 2. Past Dalton in the hands of number 15.
Mac Alexander with another big hit on both. He had 2 receivers out there on that hit.
Hey, if you want to play receiver in this game, meet Mac Alexander. That's all I have to say. 2 back-to-back plays, shutting them down. They're looking at a 4th down. They are going to try the field goal attempt.
Here we go.
Almost blocked by Luke Sage. Looks like signal from the Elks. That's a good, and from the ref.
21-17, the Ramblers lead here in the 3rd quarter.
But talk about the effort from Mac Alexander, 2 plays in a row. And this is our, what we call our crow's nest cam, or hero camera, up way, way, way at the top. If you ever wanted to know, there's Trevor Day up there at the top.
Alan Belis on the left, Trevor on the right.
That's that very, very last window at the top of the press box. That's what it looks like from up there. Look at this score, folks, 21-17. High potent offenses going at it. The tail of the tape here has been back and forth, lead change after lead change. Boyne City hanging on in the end of the 2nd with a 21-14, and the Elks coming back to put 3 more up, inching their way up. And as you said, coaches up there in the box are saying, hey, they're still in this.
Yeah, and I definitely have to say the team's giving a big thank you to Mac Alexander, because he pretty much saved 2 touchdowns for them. There's our 2 kick returners, and both of them have unseen potential, but we've seen their potential, but Maceo is definitely the big returner.
Thanks for the correction, Mr. Klooster. Oh, I better bring some of my facts straight next time. It was Coach Hills coaching that 2001 team. Klooster was done in '97. He was our head coach for many years, but he also led to several playoff games. Thank you, Klooster, for that update. Coach Hills taking that team to the 2001 12-1 season.
Dalton Gardner returned that kickoff. Not much, as ElkRapids got down there in a hurry and stopped them inside the 15-yard line.
And Dominic, ever since you said something about Maceo Vroman being a little slow to get up, he's really been a non-factor here. Let's see if he gets back into this game.
No, this is going to be to Malik Smith, and he's going to go nowhere. Stopped at about the 8-yard line, maybe 9. 2nd down for the Ramblers.
I don't think I've ever said those 2 words together, Maceo Vroman and a non-factor.
Definitely not this season. Kick returns, doesn't matter what it is, really. He's always
defense,
there.
offense, but if you watch and keep an eye on him, we hope to see a little bit more action from number 10, as he does so well sprinting around that outside edge, and we hope to see that.
Mac Alexander telling him to either calm down or let's go, because really nothing's happening. Maybe getting a little too feisty. There's Maceo, breaks 1 tackle.
Cut it inside.
Breaks 2, breaks 3, breaks 4, breaks 5.
He's pushing still, look at that.
Help from Carter Wilmot.
I think he picked up 4 more yards.
Of Ramblers. And man, he broke 5 tackles and gets a Rambler 1st down.
Take a look at this. It's like doing a backward sled motion. I mean, the power in those legs when he gets to the finish of this play.
3,
he just spins around.
4.
51 is not a small guy.
5.
Number 19.
He got out of it. 5
Watch
tackles.
This. 3 more yards right here.
At least 3 more yards, and help from the line to push that pile. This is handed off to Malik. He comes near side. Help from blocker.
Nice block. Hey, here he goes.
Here he goes off to the races. He's got 1 man to beat and is brought down.
And that was Adam Troutman himself
saving this game, and is brought down way downfield in a huge run.
Starting at the 20-yard line.
And we have not seen
the yards here, Dominic. 5, 10, 15,
20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60 yards, 63 yards before being brought down. We have not seen, it's coming all the way back.
That can only mean one thing. That's a holding on our line.
We have not seen many of those for Malik this year. Like you said, he got injured early in the season in that third game of the season against Charlotte. Glad to see that. Unfortunately, it's a hold on the offense. And it'll bring up first down and 20.
Frank and Danielle Meunier, thank you very much. We love the replays also. Gosh, that would have been worth replaying again if it wasn't for that yellow piece of laundry laying on the field. So that one comes back to the 24-yard line.
That just tells you that he's at 100% because we haven't really seen that speed all season. He didn't get much playing time in the first 2 games. Maceo gets a carry. He goes far side and is brought down by 3 ElkRapids defensive players, but he looks like he's fine. Gain of about 5.
Adam Troutman looking a little hurt on that play, getting up a little gimpy as he's limping on that right leg. That might be a factor as he is their stud quarterback, making some huge plays tonight on both sides of the ball.
That was actually a gain of about 8 for Maceo, and it'll bring up second down in about 3.
He just took his gloves off.
Point City Ramblers looking at a 2nd and 3 with about 5.5 minutes in the third quarter.
Malik Smith gets a carry and is brought down. Looks like he slipped a little bit with some help from number 57, Jacob Mercer. But it's first down for the Ramblers.
Enough for a first down. Point City trying to stick with what they typically do, and that's pound the ball left, pound the ball right, get the ball in all the talented hands that we have. And, it's just one first down after another.
In the Ramblers, I think Max Cooper might have said something to Hills ever since he threw that interception. The ball must have been slippery because I haven't seen him throw a pass since. This is handed off to Malik, gain of about 4 or 5, and Tanner Cruzel comes up a little shaky. That's not good.
Well, I'm wondering if Coach Hills is up to something here just by running the ball like he has been up the middle.
I hope Tanner Cruzel's okay because I saw him on the ground there holding his head.
This is a physical ElkRapids team. They are far more talented than their 4-3 record. Don't be fooled by a 13-14 loss against Charlevoix, as Charlevoix is starting to play well also. So these teams that they have beaten and have been beat by, don't be fooled by that 4-3 record. They are an outstanding team as you're watching.
Malik Smith gets the carry. He's got room. Help from Maceo. He'll take a big hit and brought down, but I believe that's good enough for another first down. And a nice carry by Malik.
Hey, this is working, Dominic, just pounding the ball right up the middle. That they found a little weakness there, finding some seams, good blocking, good creases, and Malik Smith starting to be a main ball carrier here, a big factor in this start to the third quarter.
We talked about ElkRapids losing some close games. They lost by 1 point to Charlevoix, who we beat. They lost by 4 to Kingsley. And then their other loss was a blowout against Traverse City St. Francis, who we had to take to overtime to beat. Smith on the carry, breaks 1 tackle, runs over another, fumbles, but it's out of bounds, so it'll be our ball. Second down.
Mark Pontoni, thank you. We're going to start the arc and get every animal in here 2 by 2. There's a nice view of our replay guy. That's Corey Redmond. Right behind him is Tanner Evans with that mobile camera. And you look in the front of that view, you can see the field. That's our press box here. That's Dominic Archie that you see working on the stats, and that's what it looks like from the press box.
Corey Redmond trying to get a replay of himself. Mac Alexander in motion, handoff to Malik again, runs over a guy.
Look at that.
And gets brought down. Hoping he's okay. He's been taking some big hits tonight, but great sportsmanship there by Chris Gillespie.
Look at the stamina. I mean, carry after carry after carry, and he's just taking a beating and continues to pound the ball up the middle.
Wow, that just shows pure strength right there. That defender, they always tell you to get lower than the ball carrier, and he was way lower, and Malik still ran him over.
would you change anything, Dominic? I mean, at this point, we've gone all the way up the field, whether Malik does it in one 63-yard run or if he does it in 8-yard chops. I mean, just give them the ball, and he's just making some yards here every play. Here we go again.
Malik will get the handoff again and gets about 4, dragging a defender. And yeah, this is working, and it's running time off the clock as well.
I think he's gotten all the yards back from that called play back.
It's running that time off the clock as well, not giving ElkRapids much time to respond. So it could be key if we punch it in here. We're under 3 minutes left to go here in this third quarter. Running this timeout, not trying to turn it over with an interception. And it's working pretty well. You see Luke Sage in now. 4 consecutive runs for 21 yards from Malik. And this time, Mac Alexander will get it with some room.
Yeah, look at that. Hold the ball, Mac. Hold the ball tightly. Look at trying to get a couple more yards there.
Looks like number 54.
I think Coach Hills has found a weakness in this defense because it is certainly running. What was that stat there? How many consecutive runs?
4 for 21, and you saw Hills yelling at Malik, Mac, cover it up, especially going into that traffic there.
Yeah,
don't need a turnover. Will Callow actually gave him a big bear hug, helped him take him to the ground.
Let me help you cover that ball up.
Yeah. So you saw Mac always trying to learn.
Keep doing the same thing. It's working as we got almost every single one of those yards back on that 63-yard run from Malik.
Mac will get the carry again. He's got room. He's got blockers.
Yeah.
Brought down at about the 16-yard line. And congrats to Mac. Last week in Benzie, he had about a 40-yard run that got him his first touchdown of the season.
Well, Coach Schindler for the ElkRapids Elks has certainly picked up that there is a key ingredient that we're finding on that right side just off that tackle, and we're moving the ball quite well off to that side. So look for Coach Schindler to make an adjustment there, and then who knows? That's maybe when Coach Hills takes Max Cooper back into the pocket and pops one for the end zone.
2nd and 5 for the Rambler.
Here we
He'll
go.
pitch to Maceo. He's got
is.
Luke out in front. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Ramblers. Maceo scores every week, and there it is.
You saw the play to the right.
Wait. There might be a flag, and there is. I could tell by Maceo and Carter Wilmot's reaction. It's coming back.
That's 2 huge plays, both holding, and that will come back. And that was exactly what I was thinking Coach Hills was up to, running the ball to the right probably 9 consecutive times, and then pops one to the left for a touchdown.
I bet you this. Yep, there it is right there. Luke Sage. I said he had a good block, but held on to him a little bit too much, and it's called back.
SB nomination, Dominic Santina. I think that's a great nomination, Mrs. Deming.
Malik Smith gets the carry and runs straight up the middle for a first down.
Well, I was wondering if SB was some sort of spoof on ESPN. That's not ESPY, that's ESPN, but is it SB? I didn't know the UP even had internet. I don't know how Mrs. Deming's even watching this.
Looks like there's an injured player down for ElkRapids. I'm not sure. It's either number 18, Alec Trotman, or number 19, Cole Douglas. I did see a teen in there. Couldn't tell if it was an 18 or a 19.
Well, nonetheless, we're going to take a short break here, and we'll be right back here as Boyne City Ramblers are hosting a fantastic game against the ElkRapids Elks. So stay tuned. We'll be right back on the Rambler Sports Network.
Why do I like to live Boyne?
Why do I like to live Boyne?
Why am I proud to live Boyne?
Why do I love to live Boyne? For the events our town puts on, like Stroll the Streets. It's a great way to meet up with your friends and socialize with new people. Friday nights in the summer, you just can't beat them. My name is Caden Coates. I'm a student at Boyne City High School, and I'm in band and drama.
Back to the Rambler Sports Network, where you're watching the Ramblers host the ElkRapids Elks, and we want to bring you a few sponsors tonight. The broadcast of the Rambler Sports Network has been made possible in part by the Char-Am Intermediate School District, where career and technical education programs are available, training tomorrow's workers today. Team BCVI putting this show on for you as we watch Mac Alexander hand to Malik again. Look at the block there on the outside. Malik pounding towards the 7-yard line.
That was Max Cooper on the handoff to Malik, and once again just carries to Malik. And he's saying, let's go, I'm good, let's go.
Rambler Sports Network also made possible by Team BCVI, the creative body behind RSN. Boyne City's visual imaging program, leading the way in visual communications and storytelling. And also Live Boyne, not just a great place to visit, what a great place to live, work, and raise a family. We all live Boyne. Do you?
Max Cooper will hand off to Malik again, breaks one tackle. Backpedaling is brought down inside the 5-yard line, and they just keep going to him.
There it is, Live Boyne, not just a great place to visit, but a great place to live, work, raise a family as well. We all live Boyne. Do you? Take a look at our shot here. Look at all the technical work Riley's doing. How does he keep up with all those buttons? Fingers all over. Every one of those buttons means something, but don't ask me what. Those are all the camera angles that we have. So every camera assigned to one of those buttons, and Riley or Caden, whoever is there, can zoom in.
End of the third quarter, the Ramblers lead 21-17. We're going to go to a commercial break. This is the Rambler Sports Network.
Next. Back to the Rambler Sports Network, where the Boyne City Ramblers are hanging on to a 21-17 lead, looking to add on to that lead, as we saw Maceo Vroman punch it in the end zone, but that play called back. And you see the frustration on some of the Rambler players there as
something's going on. Looks like a flag in Elk Rapids, maybe a flag, I don't know, something with Elk Rapids, and it's going to be moved closer. False start.
Delay of game. So, Dominic, what are the SB Awards, says Michelle Deming?
Well, the SB Awards are awards for best athlete or commentator. It's the ESPN's version of the of any award.
Are you getting choked up here all of a sudden?
No.
Yeah, it sounds like
Cooper hands off to Smith. He's in. Touchdown, Ramblers.
All right. And well-deserved. Malik should have got that touchdown because he did most of the work coming up that field. I'll tell you what, it was 8 yards here, 6 yards there, 4 yards there, and finally punches it in for about a 6-yard touchdown. That's his third of the night tonight.
A big hit taken by Colin Wilson. He delivered a big one on Malik, and he has taken quite a few of them this year.
So are you already nominated for the SB Awards? Is that what she's saying? Or is she just now making that public?
That's what she told me. There's the student section toughing it out.
Yeah, those are some diehards there. Check them out. Students from Boyne City High School supporting their team. Yeah, there's Ethan Hewitt. Umbrella after umbrella.
Not as many as usual, but
Boyne City putting up 27 points. Dalton Gardner looking to tack on one more.
Snap to Mack. He gets it down. Dalton kick up. And away, and it's good.
And that's a 9-point lead for, 11-point lead. And here's some SB awards. Boy, Dominic, is that you?
No, I don't think that's me.
Or is that Mrs. Deming in disguise as she presents the award to? So you think by this she's publicly announcing that she's got you on her radar?
I guess so.
She must like what she hears up there in the UP. I'm sure the reception up there has got to be a little staticky though, because it's a long way in the swamp.
Yeah.
So far from civilization. Colin Olvin, thanks for tweeting in again. That cannon, it does. It certainly does give me chills also. 3 years after his last game, Colin was a force to be reckoned with here on this football field. And yeah, you're right. When you hear that cannon, it's just something special.
Mac Alexander there. A couple big hits in this game.
So Ramblers have a comfortable 11-point lead going into the fourth quarter. And part of that was, as you said earlier, Dominic, Coach Hill's just wearing that clock down. I mean, it was run after consecutive run. And I have not seen a pass yet from Max Cooper in the entire second half. And so, maybe we found a little softness in that defense. And we're just going to capitalize on that. You can expect to see more if it's working.
Tanner Cruzel will kick off for the Ramblers. Let's see if he can make it 3 straight as a touchback. He's kicked 2 of them to the middle of the end zone. And it's a onside kick here. Gonna try to get his fumble.
It's possible.
Did Mac get there? No, I think he might have slid.
That was close.
Actually pushed it out, but luckily that guy, I don't know, Mac kind of was jogging there, couldn't get there in time.
There's a picture of Malik getting his ankle work done.
Looks like he's fine. Good to go. That's good to see.
You can come up to the practice field any day of the week. You'll see a lot of special team practices, a lot of special team plays just like that, and that's a Mike McShane special, as he is the special teams coach, as he likes to go to that unexpectedly, and boy, did that almost pay off. And still able to get the ball down there about the 21-yard line.
Man, was that unexpected. I never saw that coming.
Nice look at Max Cooper there in that position, being chased by Connor Beebe, and Max just getting Troutman out of bounds there.
All right, we're going to take it to the sounds of the game one more time here with this new parabolic ear.
Oh, baby! Hey! They're ISOing 82! Just look at it! Right! Right! Box! 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 Rudy, go over there! Rudy, go over there! Move that way!
That's Lee Rainey making a huge play at the line of scrimmage.
Let's go! Let's go! We got this! Let's go! Hey, sweet! Hey, Juco! You're on! 25, 87! March! 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 35, 35! Watch out! Watch out!
Nice sack by Max Cooper! Wow, pressure from both sides. Max Cooper, Tanner Cruzel, and he took a shot. Oh, actually, that was number 54, Will Callow, and they both had a shot at him. Max got there quicker and sandwiched him right in between. Troutman cannot.
Well, I can tell you,
protection.
Where Adam Troutman was looking was exactly the same place I was looking, as I saw a receiver start to get open, but boy, that didn't last long, as he couldn't get that arm up to pass, and now they're set to punt, which is a beautiful sign as we hope to continue to run that clock down, play poison, 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 stay away from that ball.
It'll be down at the 39-yard line, 1st and 10 Ramblers.
First and 10 for the Ramblers.
That's Caitlin Banner doing all the tweets for us. Caitlin, I think you have a record number night for tweets. My goodness, there's been a lot of tweets tonight. Thank you. Probably because folks are taking advantage of tuning in to RSN. A lot of them have paid. We filled the seats tonight, and because of the rain, probably checking in RSN. Kathy Kessler in Mexico, I am lucky. All those UP jokes, she would get me. You're right. I didn't think about Kathy. I was picking on Michelle, though. Kathy, a Uper herself.
Malik Smith on the carry again, stays on his feet, but then brought down. Tanner Cruzel is down. Malik Smith is down. This is not good. Tanner looks in trouble. Malik looks in trouble. Looks like that ankle from Malik. Tanner is knee. We already have Cole Butler who's out. This is not good. This has playoffs in 2 weeks.
A very physical game. We're going to take a second look at watch Malik number 28. He's going to take the ball inside, coming back to the right, and stumbles over Callow's left leg, it looks like.
I think it was Malik trying to keep himself up and then getting tripped, and it looked like Malik fell. Malik fell on Tanner's knee. That looked like why it was hurting.
That's Coach Beebe out there, our team specialist.
Malik does have knee problems, and he's had a couple knee surgeries.
He's kind of pointing at that, you're right. The kid worked on out on the field, and you saw a little sideline camera that was the same thing happening just about 4 plays ago on that kickoff return. Malik was there getting a little work done.
Maybe, hopefully it's just a cramp, I don't know. You don't need anything serious.
All right, we're going to take a short break here. We'll be right back on the Rambler Sports Network, and we'll keep you tuned in on what's happening with both of those players.
I'm waking up to ash and dust. I wipe my brow and I sweat my rust. I'm breathing in the chemicals. I'm waking up. I feel it in my bones and I'm doing.
Hello? What up, Color? Hold up, I gotta finish something.
Welcome to the new age, to the new age. Welcome to
Talk
the
to me.
new age, to the new age.
Where you're watching the Boyne City Ramblers host the Elk Rapids Elks. It is 28-17 here. Folks, we're in the fourth quarter. We just saw an injury timeout. Malik Smith down, getting some work done. We have not checked in on what the injury is, but right now we're going to go back to the sounds of the game. Fumble on the play.
You can hear the coaches on the sideline trying to say that Maceo was down, but I don't think they're going to win this battle. Slippery ball. Maceo tried to make a move and lost it. This could be the key turnover. Let's see.
We're going to take another look here and see for ourselves. You can see Maceo trying to fight like he always does for a few extra yards there, but
ooh, maybe he was. It looked like he hit the ground, and then that caused the turnover.
I think the ball was out before he hit the ground, because he hit the ground and the ball came out about a yard earlier than he hit the ground.
Either way, it's a costly turnover. 22 will take the carry. That is Colin Wilson on the carry again.
So the Elks get a break here, as we were just looking to maybe perhaps wind the clock down and take this downfield, but huge break, fumble from Vroman, which never happens. That ball back into, and there you're taking a look at also in the background, one injured player getting work done, and in the back you'll see Cole Butler sitting in the Kubota there. He looks like he's done for the night.
Yeah, that definitely does not look good. Luke! Maceo Vroman? Tanner Cruzel. No, Dalton Garden. Who is it? It's Tanner.
That looked almost identical to that tackle we were talking about last week.
Just a little bit bigger. Dalton just couldn't pick him up and slam him into the ground. But
that's textbook. Boys and girls, Pop Warner kids, if you're watching, that's the way you wrap up and bring him to the ground.
That's not a good sight to see Cole Butler sitting in the Kubota
I
there.
know, that was not. And maybe we get a report on that before our broadcast is over.
Malik Smith has 26 carries for 146 yards, but I actually think he has 3 touchdowns. Sack!
Look at that.
Tanner Cruzel! And what a big sack. That's a huge loss of yards. It'll bring up 3rd and a mile.
Our cameraman lost track, was looking downfield as Troutman looked to pass, and boy, maybe we can get a different view with a different camera and see how that shaped up towards the end there. Here we go.
Wrong play, wrong play.
That was the fun.
That was the first play of the game. Corey's got to get his game
That
on.
was our fumble in the first play of the game. They're calling...
it's actually 4th down and a mile, so they'll punt it away.
Big break for the Ramblers as the Elks do not capitalize on that fumble recovery.
Mac Alexander, trying to play a little trickery there, but it's going to fall short at about the 37-yard line, maybe 38, 1st and 10 Ramblers.
And that's Wolfington downing the ball for the Elks. And we're going to take another look at not the kickoff, but we're going to get to that sack here.
Nope, not this play either. Come on, Corey.
Oh, that was a great play too, Corey. Man, you're just stringing them all together. One great play after another, and we're going to bring that sack back to you in just a few minutes here.
If Corey can find it.
All right, so the Boyne City Ramblers back on offense. That's a good sign with 7 minutes left in the quarter. Malik Smith back in the game, standing at tailback.
That's huge. This one will be to Mac Alexander. He goes up the middle.
2 hands, Mac.
Is met after a gain of about 3. 2nd down. Zach Napont, there he is, leading the student section every night. Every weekend he was there in Benzie as well.
Hey, I hope they're seeing the Jumbotron. Make some noise. Make some noise, fans. That's a new graphic brought to you by the folks at Rambler Sports Network, Team BCBI. This is an example of some of the things that they do during the week in the classroom, and then bringing you production live here.
Malik Smith will get the carry again, gain of 1, and it'll bring up 3rd down for the Ramblers.
Watch that clock is now at 6 minutes and 12 seconds. We're going to see how long this huddle takes to get back to the snap.
They definitely trying to run this clock away. They'd love to be able to get this one out of here, get a win, and go to 8-0 on the season. 3rd and 7 for the Ramblers. Cooper under center. He's going to keep it himself. Here he goes, stiff arm. And then is met by Sentieri and Troutman. It'll bring up 4th down for the Ramblers.
And Troutman, a heads-up play, actually wrapping up Cooper and then driving him to the out of bounds, which stops the clock. And that's a heads-up play from a senior right there.
And the leader of their team as their quarterback and linebacker, just like Max Cooper. And it definitely looks like they're going to go ahead and punt this one away. Up 11 with 5.5 minutes to go on about the 45-yard line.
And Mac would have been better just falling down just before getting pushed out. I mean, we could have been taking more time off the clock. You'll see the clock has started again.
Mac Alexander, they're probably running close on time here. Tell them, let's go, let's go, let's go.
All right, a little trickery is not a punt.
And there it is. There's going to be a flag or a timeout. It's going to be a flag. Delay a game, most likely on the Ramblers, as you heard Mac Alexander trying to say, let's go. Oh, no, did Hills get a timeout in time?
All right, we're going to take a short break here. We're going to iron this out in just a minute. Folks, you're watching Boyne City Ramblers host the Elk Rapids Elks. You're watching the Rambler Sports Network.
Why do I like to live Boyne?
Why am I proud to live Boyne?
Why I like to live Boyne? I like to live Boyne because not a weekend passes in the summer without something new and exciting happening in our downtown. From Pooch Fest to Mountain Mayhem, Boyne Thunder to Boyne City Triathlon, to the simply amazing Boyne City 4th of July. I never want to be anywhere else. My name is Rainey McCune. I run cross country, play basketball, and softball here at Boyne City High School.
All right, folks, we're watching the clock tick down to 5 minutes, 34 seconds. There was some confusion on that play. It looked like a flag down and then a timeout by Coach Hills. Coach Hills' brother tweeting in.
Sorry about that little rain interfering with our broadcast, but a punt by Dalton Gardner will be downed by Carter Wilmot at about the 39-yard line.
Both offenses far under their average per game. Boyne averaging 42, Elk Rapids averaging 37. So both defenses doing a swell job tonight. Boyne City Ramblers defense being a little stingier, however.
Man, I'm glad where we are because wind and rain, that does not look like fun to be out there. And I'm glad the student section will stick in there and fight it through this one with just 5.5 minutes left to go, but glad I'm in this nice warm booth. Troutman will drop back. He's going to get pressure by Wilmot. Now he's going to scramble, and he's got room to run. First down, and gets out of bounds, but Mac Alexander gets there. Did they get him for a flag? They did. Mac not happy, having to be pulled away by Luke Sage. Corey, what are we doing?
All right, so we're going to take a look here where Troutman is just stepping out of bounds right there.
Yeah, Mac dove in there a little too late.
Boy, close call. Mac's already diving right there while Troutman is still in bounds.
I don't know. It's close. I think Mac was already in motion, but by the time he hit him, it was...
Take a look at this dreary sight. This is what Dominic is referring to. Glad we are indoors. There's my son Carter. All right, now I know where he's at.
15-yard penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct, I believe. Hard to coach that because you want your players to be out there physical. You want them to play to the whistle. You want them to play just like you're seeing them play. And that was pretty close. Close call to me. I thought he was already diving, and before Troutman stepped out of bounds, it could have went either way. I think Mac's one of those guys that'll go do it, hit anybody. He's a very aggressive. Temper can get to him sometimes, but I do not believe that was all temper. I think he was just trying to finish the play.
Absolutely.
And unfortunately hit him out of bounds.
That Jacob Keltz, it sure is. Going madman.
Troutman in trouble. He's going to throw it up. Incomplete on the coverage, number 44, Dalton Gardner. He was looking for number 2, Miles Starr.
Miles Starr had an opportunity. Troutman put it where he needed to. That was a pretty decent play. Troutman showing his leadership again, but just falling short. Dalton playing excellent coverage. That was just all-around good ball from all three. Let's hear the boom of the cannon. How you doing, boys? Trenton and that's Jared Gasco. 2 Pop Warner superstars. Thank you, guys. Hi, back to you. I want to hear that cannon one more time, too, whether it's the end of the game or if we score one more.
2nd and 9 for Elk Rapids. Troutman in the shotgun. 3 to the right here, 1 to the left. He'll drop back, look left, throw left. Incomplete off the head of Maceo Vroman. He was more worried about making the tackle on number 82, Rob Wolfington, and hit him in the helmet. Here it is, nice throw, little wobble, but slips right out of the hands of Wolfington and hits Maceo right in the head. I don't think he had time to react if he could have.
I don't even think he saw it coming out of the hands. He was going for the kill right there. Hey, we're going to take a look at the weather here. Take a look at why it's been, let me see, this way. Here we are in Boyne City. I'm pointing at a green wall, but really we have this camera. I mean, take a look at this rain. It's nonstop. It's coming from all angles down there. I can't believe it. If it was real rain, we'd be getting rained on right now. And then we need to do Tony Cutler's impression of a hurricane. Coming in, there it is. Live shot of all that rain. It's been like this all night. Matter of fact, it's actually picked up. I mean, look at the wind in the background. Our stars and stripes whipping in around.
Hasn't been this bad, but it's been raining for the last couple days. As we said earlier, that field is totally soaked.
The broadcast of today's game is a copyrighted representation of the Michigan High School Athletic Association and of Boyne City High School. No reproduction, retransmission, or other distribution of the descriptions or accounts of this game may take place without the written express consent of MHSAA and Boyne City High School.
3rd down and 10 for Elk Rapids. Trotman in the shotgun. He'll drop back, throw right. It's incomplete. Looking for Starr again, in and out of the hands, 4th down. And I'm pretty much guessing that Elk Rapids will go for it here with short field to go. And down 11. A beautiful throw, just a slippery ball in and out of the hands of Starr.
Absolutely. Troutman has been on the money on the last 2 passing attempts. It's just the rain. The hands are wet. The ball's wet. But, you know, to score quick, move the ball quick, this is the position that they're in.
I don't think it was possible, but I'm pretty sure it's raining harder now than it was a couple minutes ago. Troutman drops back, looks middle, he's got pressure. Tanner Cruzel falls loose, fumble! Tanner, get it, Tanner got it! And the Ramblers have it. He went to drop back. He was not in the throwing motion and just slipped out of his hand under pressure.
Look at that again. Pressure all over the place.
Cooper, Cruzel, everyone, Callow, Rainey. And then look at Tanner Cruzel just slipped out of his hand. It wasn't an incomplete pass because there was no forward motion.
And I think they're wondering, did he get out of bounds? Was the ball still in bounds? A lot of exchanges happening there on the ground, but
I think they're also thinking about, you know, was he in the act of throwing? But I don't think so.
I think that was a fumble.
Oh, there's going to be a penalty. Holding on the defense, a costly penalty. This will bring up 1st down and 10 for Elk Rapids. No turnover. And now they're really short. Wow.
I'm sorry, folks. I had to say a few choice words off air, but unbelievable amongst all that action. A penalty against Boyne City.
Troutman drops back, looks. He's got pressure again over the middle, incomplete. Mac Alexander knocking number 82, Wolfington
looking
down.
For a flag. He won't get one, though. They already got one there.
Mac maybe a little delayed there on the hit. No, maybe a hold there. Tanner Cruzel was really being held. And no call there. That's interesting. I saw late at Benzie last week. Coach Hills was not happy at all with the calls that he was seeing on the field. And Boyne City, not saying that the refs are going to go against them, but 7-0, they're going to definitely get some maybe unfavorable calls. This is 22. Colin Wilson gets a carry, knocked out of bounds, and oh my gosh, a flag. 1st and goal for the Ramblers. They had him tackled, and he just tripped. Mac Alexander, Connor Beebe are furious, and it's going to be 1st and goal and probably less than 5 here.
Unbelievable. I can't believe what I'm watching here. You're seeing number 22 make a run for the end zone, and he's running down the sideline. I have to hand it to the Boyne City Rambler defense, keeping their composure right now. They are doing an unbelievable job right this minute, keeping their cool. Probably not a good time to use our parabolic gear, would you say?
No, absolutely not.
Troutman looking like he's got a little lane to run, and he is
big hit there at the end on Mac.
Pounded.
I think someone has to calm Mac down. We said his anger gets to him, and 2 penalties here with late hits. He's fuming, and he went late in there on Troutman. Mac, you cannot. This is not a time to get another penalty here in short yardage.
Time winding down to about 4 minutes. Unbelievable ending in here in this 4th quarter as the Elk Rapids Elks are looking to score here.
Troutman will take it himself.
66.
Lee Rainey's there. and he's not going to be in. He's going to be denied. Great job by Lee Rainey to jump the snap perfectly, get to Troutman's legs, and not let him go anywhere. And look at Luke Sage. I'm not touching him.
Tony, my Hurricane was nowhere near the dramatic effect that you had last year. I tried, but look at that defensive stop. Lee Rainey first to punch it in. If we can, get through that line of offense. Corey, if we could see that one more time. Watch number 66 on the line here come across as Troutman is looking to keep the ball. Watch 66.
It was a little late, but he was there instantly as soon as the ball was snapped. He was there. Oh, look at that. Little 22 grabbing Luke by the shoulder pads and ripping them down. They're not going to see that.
No flag there.
I believe it's 3rd down 2, which would be actually 3rd down and goal.
What are you on?
I want to remind everybody while we still have a chance that next week's Crucial Catch game is going to be broadcast live here from Rambler Sports Network. Team BCBI again on the field. And we are bringing our Crucial Catch game. All the players will be wearing pink. And if you could all wear your pink to the game, that would be a very, very nice sight as we all honor the Crucial Catch game.
Troutman will keep it himself. He's in. Touchdown, ElkRapids. That'll make it 23 points for ElkRapids to 28 for Boyne City. And they just couldn't get to him that time. Maceo trying to get there just late. And I'm guessing they'll definitely go for 2 here, still down by 5.
ElkRapids down 5. If they go for 2 here.
If they go for 2 and get it, they're down 3. No matter what, you got to predict an onside kick here.
And we've seen already that they have a field goal kicker that can kick a field goal. They put 3 up already earlier. So Coach Schindler, my best estimate would be going for 2 right here, trying to get a tie game with a field goal. I don't imagine Coach Hills wants to say much to the refs right now.
2 weeks in a row, I've seen Hills very frustrated with their calls. They've gone against that hit on Dalton Gardner. That's probably the maddest I've seen Coach Hills. Completely clean hit, just like that hit that Mac got called for. That might have been close, but Dalton's was completely clean. They call it unsportsmanlike conduct, and he was furious. And he stopped! The Ramblers got him!
So the 2-point conversion is no good. That leaves the Elks down 5. And as Dominic mentioned, that there will possibly be an onside kick for the Elks coming up here in just a minute as they hope to get one more chance on offense so that they can surpass what's been an unbelievable game here, unbelievable drive. I can't believe what I just saw in that entire drive. Anyway, it's 23-28 right now. Boyne City holds the lead by 5 points. All we can do right now is run that clock down on offense. I know coaches right now are trying to keep the team cool. It's all about staying in the game with your head, staying cool, and making sure that we do what we are and have been practicing to do each and every week.
I heard crowd.
Coach McShane there talking defense on this kickoff. They know they're going to go for an onside, down 5. Just got to be ready for it.
Clock here at 3 minutes, 25 seconds. We watched the Ramblers earlier run the clock down for about 4 minutes, so if we could do the same, a couple first downs. Malik Smith inside runs. We need to get out of here with a win to wrap this conference up. ElkRapids looking to hang on for a win so that they can continue next week with a win and that would put him into the playoffs with these next 2 weeks.
All of them shifting to the near side now.
Expecting the onside.
They're going for it. Logan Shulock's got it, falls down, and we got it.
And that's the kind of player you want the ball to go into the hands of right there. All the hands guys up front. You see Gardner, you see Crizel. Those are your hands guys. Sage, all guys that are comfortable getting the ball, and that's where we want to start right there underneath the halfway point.
I'd have to say a great job by Logan Shulock. Most people, you see it in the NFL as well, will wait for that ball to come 10 yards. He didn't wait. He went and got it. Not worrying about a penalty, just making sure they got the ball to run this clock out here, and I'm guessing it's probably going to be going to Luke or Malik here, trying to just run it out. Malik far side. That's Wolfington on the tackle. It'll bring up second down and about 8. And I believe it'll be a timeout here by ElkRapids.
Timeout, ElkRapids.
Point City has held the lead the entire second half. We're going to take a timeout break here, folks. We'll be right back on the Rambler Sports Network, where you're watching the Ramblers play host to the ElkRapids Elks.
And saw that I had the entire volleyball team in third hour, I thought, well, they're just students, so it shouldn't really mean anything, right? Veronica, what do you have for number 3?
3 times the square root of 5.
Yes, that is correct. Kaylee, number 5?
Square root of 32.
I mean, it's even when I call on other students. And Nolan, what is number 11?
Go, Nolan, go, Nolan, go, go, Nolan, go, Nolan, go.
25.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Ouch!
No different, right? Clear your desk and get ready for the quiz, please.
Hey, students!
Hey, what?
Are you ready?
For what?
To show us how we rock this quiz! This time we rock this quiz! Shaboom! Shabang! You wish you were a Rambler! Shaboom! Shabang! You wish you were a Rambler!
Welcome back, folks, to the Rambler Sports Network, where we are bringing live action to you right down to the last minute of this roller coaster game, including myself. My emotions are getting a little carried away. I'm going to calm down, go back into my ESPY award-winning-like composure.
It's all right.
That's Dominic Santina, a junior from Boyne City High School. Him being nationally televised on RSN, getting his ESPY Award recipient nomination.
A little hurry-up offense here. I wouldn't expect with 2.5 minutes to go. Oh, they were short on time. Took too much time on the huddle. It's probably going to be a delay game.
All right, another timeout from Boyne City. Want to talk a little bit about next week's Crucial Catch game. Folks, if you haven't heard by now, all over the NFL and all over football teams everywhere, starting October is the Crucial Catch month, where we honor and play benefit and tribute to those with breast cancer and all types of cancer. So I want to bring attention to next week, where a number of players will be wearing jerseys sponsored by those types of individuals. And on the names of those jerseys, they're wearing them in honor of people who are affected by cancer. And so therefore money has been brought to our attention as far as going to a local event or a local charity that will use that money for their cancer research and cancer foundation. So I want to catch that game, as it will be our all-pink game next week, the Crucial Catch. And there'll be some special presentations being brought to you at the end of that game, as those jerseys will be given away to the individuals that they represent. So you want to check that out. That's all next week, Friday night versus Grayling.
Coaches here for ElkRapids going crazy. We can hear them up above us. They're going crazy on the sideline, seeing something.
I think they see Tanner Crizel. He had that big long bomb catch the first part of the quarter, in the first quarter.
No, it's going to Maceo. Oh, guys, block Mac Alexander. One guy missed. Maceo going up and over somebody.
Maceo holding the ball carrier.
getting distracted by the coaches up above us yelling. But
there's some ElkRapids coaches up.
Mason, nice block by Mack. Then who does Mesa go up and over here? Tanner? I don't know who it was. He went over somebody.
He was going airborne there, trying to get those extra yards, as he does.
He went out of bounds. Unfortunately, that stops the clock.
Maceo playing wide receiver, bottom of your screen.
4th down and short. Cooper got to get there. He's not going to get it. Somehow Mac Alexander gets the ball, but
I don't think
momentum was short. I think the momentum was stopped.
Yeah, they're going to give that back to ElkRapids.
That's what Maceo was diving for. He was trying to get that first down. A minute and 44 seconds left to go in this game. 5-point game. Ramblers up. Need a crucial stop here on defense.
Troutman, their leader all night, has shown such poise. Here is their spread offense. 3 wide receivers on the bottom of your screen, 2 at the top. We've been...
Tanner Curzel coming up pressure. Come on, Luke. Big hit, Carter Wilmot. He hits Troutman. He's not happy. He's slow to get up, but a nice stop. The clock will continue to run. I believe it's a first down for ElkRapids.
Troutman not seeing it. Troutman not seeing what he wants to see in those 5 receivers. Takes the ball himself. And Jenna Dixon, thanks for the reminder. Boyne City Elementary School students had a say in the pink jersey crucial catch game as we brought in over $150 in pennies alone to sponsor one of the jerseys being worn next week. Thank you, Jenna, for the reminder and that crucial catch opportunity for Boyne City Elementary School students who had a role in that.
I'm pretty sure while you were talking, I could hear outside the student section trying to get into it. Zach Napont leading them. Big plays here. 3rd down.
3 wide receivers.
No pressure, Jeff Miller.
Oh,
going down. No, he's out of bounds. He's out of bounds. 4th down.
Our defensive line is stepping up, giving Troutman all kinds of trouble. He has not seen this pressure early in the first half, but he's seen it in the second half. Our defense is bringing it tonight. Oh my gosh, this is getting intense as we are looking now at a 4th and 2. We're on our feet again. This is so reminding us of that game we saw here about 3 weeks ago against St. Francis. Down to this last play here.
Handoff up the middle. Ooh, I think he got it.
I think that's enough for a first down.
It will be. It's a first down at about midfield, 48-yard line.
I'm with you, Trenton and Gasco. Jared, I'm hoping that we can go 8-0, but it comes right down to these last few seconds on the clock here. There's about 72 seconds left on the clock as Troutman has another fresh set of 4 downs to work with this high potent offense.
Troutman looking for the sign.
And that clock has to be wearing down. The game clock has got to be getting down there.
They got to be. Yeah, why are they? Pass. He's got him! Incomplete, and it looked like Dalton Gardner selling all out for that one.
And that clock will continue to run as that ball fell inbounds, incomplete.
It should stop. Yep, it's an incomplete pass.
Just under a minute, folks, and this game is intense.
Yeah, shouldn't be, but it is.
It shouldn't be.
Dalton a little sore there after diving. Takes a snap, throws wide and incomplete. Looking for number 22, Colleen Wilson, once again.
Colin Wilson a couple times in and out of the hands just like that. I see it again.
Let him too much a little bit, maybe looking to run before he had it. Slippery ball, incomplete. Clock will stop again. 3rd down and 10 from just beyond midfield.
Rambler defense doing what they've done all year, showing Boyne tough. Rambler D coming up right now. You can see 3 on the bottom, 2 receivers at the top. Troutman's looking at his underneath guy, number 22. It appears to be open.
Student section going into it again. Oh!
Wilmot tips it. I think he tipped it. I don't know. It looked like he did to number 2.
Miles Starr with the receptions. Just getting out of bounds. That stops the clock again.
Let's see if Wilmot got a hand in on this. I thought he did. I thought he knocked it incomplete. No, I don't think he did. But 2 feet in bounds and gets out of bounds to stop that clock. Student section trying to get into it once again here.
Hey,
it's fourth down, though. Yeah.
Another 4th and 2.
He didn't get the first down, so he was more worried about the clock stopping. Didn't get the first down. And, interesting. Troutman directing his brother and the rest of them.
Ramblers can play the spoilers here if they can shut this play down right here. This play can stop the ElkRapids Elks hopes to go to the playoffs. It all comes down to this play right here. It's a 4th and 2. If we can stop them, Elks season will end with no playoff hopes this year. We must have a delay of game here. What is going on down there? I don't think the ref has even signaled the clock to start yet.
The ball's not even on the ground. He has it. The ref has it right there in his hand. Interesting. Here we go. Student section, fans, everybody getting into it. 4th down and 2. This might just decide the game right here.
Let's call this the play of the game, Dominic, right here. Boyne City Rambler
Troutman drops back. Complete. They're going to have to hustle.
That's
that was Logan Centeri on the catch.
That's another 4th and 2 conversion from the Elks. 2 in a row. They get another.
Hurry up offense. Troutman will probably spike it here, and he will. That'll bring up 2nd down. How can they...
Oh. Interesting game. Second down and 10 for ElkRapids. Troutman in the shotgun formation, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. He'll drop back. He's got pressure. Scrambling, gets hit. Incomplete. 3rd down and 10 for ElkRapids. We lost the camera there for a second. Pressure from Will Callow. Connor Beebe. Will almost got there. And he dropped it in and out of the hands of the brother Troutman.
That'll bring up 3rd down as they wasted 1 to kill the clock. 2nd down right there. We're looking at a 3rd and 10. Let's check the time on the clock. I'm sure Troutman is looking for the kill right here in the end zone. They got 3 wide up top, 2 down below. 35 seconds left in this ball game.
Troutman drops back, looks left, throws left, complete! Touchdown saving tackle there by Mac Alexander. They're going up hurry up here. They're about 17 yards away.
Boyne City defense playing with a high emotional standpoint now as we are looking at a huge stand right here with 26 seconds.
Need a big stop right here over the middle. Get it. Stopped. 1st down, ElkRapids. This will bring up close to 20 seconds left. Troutman will spike. Oh, he fumbled it! That's a fumble! That's a fumble! Boyne City wins the game! Wins the game! He fumbled the ball! Oh, the rain plays on! Yes! I believe the Elks had so many advantages. He went to spike it and lost it.
It's a really deserved play falling into the hands of Boyne City. Heads up play by our defense.
Flag on the play.
Why?
It is our ball. They just changed it. And it's going to be on ElkRapids. Probably on the coaches or one of the players.
Adam Troutman will dream about that play for the rest of his life. No doubt about that.
It will be our ball. It will be our ball.
He's going to wake up with sweaty nightmares about that.
They're telling the coach to get back to the sidelines and
Rain played into that one. And wow, that's all I can say.
We are on our feet. We are in disbelief. The ending of this game, unbelievable. Let's take another look at this replay as Coach Schindler is trying to make a case for something. But take a look for yourself, folks. Adam Troutman comes to the center. He comes to center. All intentions are here to spike the ball. You'll see he comes.
Gets a snap, goes to spike it, and just loses it, right? Snap.
That's a fumble.
Goes to spike.
The
and
ball never touches the ground.
His left hand throws it up in the air. His right hand throws it at the ground. Watch this. Left hand up into the air, right hand down. And look at that, right to us. And a penalty on ElkRapids. This will give Max enough room to knee it and end this game. And the Ramblers are going to stay undefeated.
Let's get
at 8-0.
out of here.
Just keep going. Keep going. 35-40. Oh, there must be something big. This must be a huge penalty. That's like a 30-yard penalty. There must have been 2 penalties on the play.
Must have been back-to-back.
Max Cooper will take a knee here, and the Ramblers will move to 8-0 in the conference. They'll have part of that division championship. And next week, they'll have a week to try to seal it with that cancer game to be the lone division champions.
And this win tonight will put us at a conference championship, like you said, Dominic. And also, we're looking to host a playoff game here. So this win guarantees at least one playoff game here in Boyne City. And that'll wrap it up. And if we win next week, there's a potential that we could actually host 2 playoff games here.
Wow, that was just as dramatic as that St. Francis game. And pulled it out again.
That was about as a wild ending as you can imagine. There's the cannon one more time, Gasco brothers. And that's a wrap, folks. We are going to be wrapping up. Please tune in next week for the Grayling Crucial Catch game. And we will see you back in the playoffs as well.
Ramblers win 28-23 over ElkRapids, move to 8-0 on the season.